there's anything bad showing that. No, it's blank back there. I didn't just flash like my check information.
You know what? Honestly, we'd probably look at it and be like, huh?
Huh?
Hey, why do we want that?
Dude, with my chicken scratch, nobody will understand it. I'm
Dude,
good.
I don't even understand you
We'll
talking.
see my chicken scratch.
For real.
Oh my god, Nathan. Oh god, Nathan.
No, it was known throughout the school how bad my chicken scratch was.
Can I borrow your homework, Nathan? Sure. I can't read this.
I can't read the shit.
I literally said that to people. They were like, Nathan, did you do the homework in class? I'm like, yeah, no, it's already done. I don't have any homework tonight. And they're like, could I see it? I'm like, yeah.
I would just say
like,
no, just to spare them.
That's you, probably.
They're like, what does this say? I was like,
figure it out, motherfucker. That's a new homework.
It's written there. Just read it.
If they can't read it, did the teachers just guess when they?
I did have one teacher
Yes.
who said, Nathan, I can't read this, and I said, try harder.
So I learned when I was in college, high school, and college, at the beginning of college, was that if you wrote in cursive, teachers most likely can't read it as fast. And most likely they'll just write it off as you did it. So like my senior year, like the first like year and a half of college, I was just writing in cursive. Because I was like, yeah, they see it as I wrote something. And they'd be like, oh yeah, good job.
Good job, yeah, you did a good job here. I see you really put in the work.
10 out of 10, yeah. Exactly.
I ain't bothering reading that shit, but I could tell you really, really love your writing.
Damn, you wrote.
I fucking wrote. Last time. Frigid 6 and Co. Our heroes investigating the final room under the tree in the Great Forest. After being told to do so, we finally found the last room we have to investigate to find out where this green plague is coming from, where this, hopefully this whole sole reason why we're here, but to an end. We go investigate the final room. It's a giant empty room full of 4 statues with one pedestal in the center. As Reinhardt takes a step onto the pedestal, everyone in the room gets transported to a different plane, the Feywild, where they arrive under this huge, large tree trunk, as if all these rooms were gone and we were just inside a hollowed-out tree, essentially. Inside, in the center was another tree, followed by a bunch of other gem-like creatures that we have all seen before. 3 correspond seers and 6 correspond crawlers engage us in battle. One of them speaks out, stating that we have interrupted their plan and need to be sent out as an agent as we vanquish all of them except for one. One does get away. As the tree of the Feywild speaks out to us, thanking us for its salvation amongst the Lotus Den forest and so on, about how it came to we came to in saving it. We find out later that the actual savior who's supposed to take care of the forest has failed that role. Elder Twine. Dun, dun, dun. It gives us a 6-sided, not necessarily a kind of like a beacon, but its own 6-sided beacon that has 6 different slots for it. 2 gate spells that are currently on it, as well as 4 blank ones that we were able to decide from then on. Reinhardt steps up and takes the name as protector of the Lotus Den Greenwood for it if anything were to happen in the future. And the elf of the forest informs us that an Elder Twine is actually, a matter of fact, 500 years old and has been using the beacon. That's a lot of information here. Oh my god. Also informs us about a lost artifact that was hidden inside the chapel in the materialized plane that we should investigate. As we plane shift back to the prime material plane, we go back to the chapel to where the guardian, the ancient being, mentioned, and that's where we speak the special phrase. And upon speaking the phrase, a magical dagger appears, an ancient Lotus Den dagger, who we bestow upon Savari. And after receiving the dagger, Reinhardt then, in an instant, shadow walks away.
And the crowd goes crazy.
Savari, I have added the
I
dagger.
see that. Is
there a way of adding it as a equipable?
No, you would
Yes.
have to just edit your sheet manually. It is also.
I can
a
show you how to
beyond.
do that afterwards too, if
I
you
don't
want.
think
Yeah,
all 20
it's not
beyond.
important just yet.
I can show you how to do that. Honestly, it's pretty easy. I've been messing around with a lot of my stuff in my sheet. Pretty easy to do so. But that's later.
That's
Shadow Walk completed. Reinhardt disappearing in a burst of shadowy, inky black. You are all left here within the Lotus Den. Up to you where to go from here.
I'm going back.
We
I think Thorin was about to shadow walk us back, but
yeah, we
that's
should
not-
probably be following Reinhardt.
Orin
pretty
is not
closely
able to
here.
shadow walk us, correct? Unless we
Thorin
take a
is
short
able
rest.
to shadow walk us.
No, but aren't all your spells popped?
no, it's 6th level.
So yeah, we have 6 level spells. That is one shot 6 level spell, and that's all it's used for. So we have one spell at 6th
That's
level, and that's
fine.
for Shadow Walk. And once we
Oh.
use it, we can't use it for another long rest. It's not part of our pack magic. It's a separate thing on its own.
Oh,
So after 5th level, we don't get another spell slot or 6th level spells. We just get Mystic Arcanum, which is one 6th level spell, one 7th, one 8th, one 9th, and we can only use it once per long rest.
That's why they're not true half casters.
So yeah.
oh, never mind then. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I'm all
do-
out.
let's
I'm
do-
all out of. I'm all out of 5th level spells, but I still got my 6th level spell, Shadow Walk.
Oh.
But
Oh, okay. Let's.
just to clarify.
No, thank you. I didn't know how that worked. I thought. I also thought the Shadow Walk was a spell slot, not. And I. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's
cool.
No.
Let's go then. We're like 3 minutes behind.
Yep. So by the time we get there, I'm just gonna put us straight inside Elder Twine's office
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
because I have a feeling that's exactly where Reinhardt's going.
Yeah, we're actually like 60 seconds behind. Let's go.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gather up, and in a burst of smoke and brimstone, you all dissipate into the Shadowfell.
We're gonna jog a little faster so we can catch back up.
That's not how that
still takes an
works.
hour.
I know. Shush.
That's not how that works.
Flying by.
I see Will.
Only really Saren able to see. the
Why can't I
distant
catch up?
clouds of darkness that kind of represent Reinhardt, who is flying
Fucking lays
far
down.
above. You have traveled this path before, not that like you have any actual control over where you go. The spell guides your forms.
Yeah, Saren, if you look at the signs over here, it says 1 hour per destination.
It's like
That's the speed limit.
Me.
And the sign language as
Half an hour.
That's
Just-
right.
flying by.
The sign language is flying by.
Do we don't see anything, do we, at this point?
You see bits and pieces of the Shadowfell.
Oh, look at Detroit!
Oh my gosh, Chicago's down here? Anyways, you first Reinhardt. As the time passes, eventually you come careening towards a warped and distorted field. And as the shadows take your vision and suddenly dissipate, you are now standing in Elder Twine's office area. There's an immediate scoop back of chair with that wood on wood sound as you see the halfling elder standing up, and immediately you're kind of reaching for the side of his desk before initially seeing you and having to like recompose for a moment.
You got 60 seconds, Will.
I usually take guests.
10 rounds. I got it.
Holy shit.
God, I forgot how long a minute is.
It's very long.
Your initial
Minute is
entrance
one
was
time, trust me.
unexpected, but I'll allow it. I assume you have news.
Oh shit.
And like a ball of rage coming out of this. It's just instant, just wings out, eyes glowing red of just anger. So he's gonna have to roll his.
Sir, we gotta run!
Instantly
Roll
feared, by
initiative.
the way. And then
That's
me
fitting.
pull it up real quick just to make sure I have the correct shroud. Yeah, so it's instantly feared for the next minute, which is perfect.
Don't kill the
You
sad
have
worm!
lied to us. You have absolutely lied to us. You have failed your duty as to save this forest.
Oh, that's too loud. There we go.
I was about to say, that's fitting.
Yeah.
As I kind of like slowly approach him and like angrily
Pushing
footsteps.
the chair back as he backs away. You can see at the desk there was like a shillelagh by the side there that he might have tried to use, but he's now backed far away from it. I think you speak far out of turn.
I speak out of turn. You knew exactly what was happening this entire time. The only question I have for you is how much Raven Ball had paid you to do so.
I didn't take
The
any
red
payment.
Dragonborn. You know exactly who we're talking about.
There's a glance to you. You can see the rapid shakes in the eyes of fear, the decisions being very rapidly made in their mind before like a single exhale. Her appearance, she did appear. I didn't take any coin from them. Insane of you to barge into my home and accuse me of such.
You have quite steady composure for someone who's about to meet their fate. Why is that? Everyone I've killed in the past have had a different reaction than one you've had now. Usually sweating, trembling, begging. And yet here you are, calm like a cucumber.
Composure of a leader.
A leader? Or someone who has a fallback plan? Or better yet, someone whose fallback plan isn't necessarily there anymore.
He gonna snap like a twig.
Studied and glance gaze. What are you talking about?
Exactly as I am talking about. And since you have failed to do your duty as the protector of the forest, same one who enchanted you, who granted you the so-called beacon, it is time for you to step down as protector.
The mention of the beacon shifts their personality entirely. Where previously it sounded like you're speaking in very grandiose terms, that single moment has grounded the experience. And you see as their eyes kind of grow wide in disbelief.
Oh, he's shitting himself.
Yep.
He's also in fear right now. Like,
Yeah.
Doesn't
You
make.
just got told by
No,
someone.
I
You
pulled
just-
out my wings.
He just got told by someone his gods have left him to die, and the only thing he thought would keep him alive,
Is the
no matter
beacon.
what,
No
is
longer
gone.
here.
I would be shitting bricks.
You know not what you're trifling with that.
Try me. I start approaching him even quicker.
Kind of like takes a few more steps back. He's nimble even in this age, and he's able to keep a decent backpedal going to the moment where he hits the glass that sits behind his desk. You can see Charis overlooks the rest here. You're entering a twilight in this time. This remind you, it's a glass that has like a half overview with about like the lower third is the wall, but the rest of it is like the treetop area. disrupt everything for this. Why?
Your home. You have failed your duty to protect a forest. Not any forest. The Lotus Den green one. The same one that protected you.
How do you know this?
Ooh.
I know a lot more than you think. It's kind of odd. You've been in charge for 500 years, don't you think? As I have, and I pull out my sword.
We know everything, old man.
We're not there yet.
Nope. We're about,
This is a
we're
long
about
time.
15 seconds away.
Yeah.
You would plunge all of this into chaos, this entire settlement, just to fuel a vendetta. You don't know my reasons.
Yeah. Don't know mine either. But
Tough shit.
to be fair, you haven't really given us a reason to not trust you. You know? Kinda.
It's a few moments, but he just can't think of anything more to add. Just this shaky eyes, his hand raised out to not doing anything, but that small distance keeping you at bay.
They're gonna make me do this.
It's time
Elder
for a
Twine.
death battle.
Time for your reign to come to an end. I take 2 slashes at him.
Whatever.
Oh shit.
That's easy.
First one has the necrotic shroud, so another 11 points of damage on it. And then I have Great Weapon Master. I'm gonna put on top of that.
Okay.
He's like, how do you finish him? Does
No,
that
watch.
match up at
He's
all?
gonna miss.
It's going to be a 16 for the first one.
Yeah, that hits.
Maybe he's a tanky old man.
Oh, that's
Boom,
gonna be a
boom,
13 for the
boom,
second
boom.
one. Wow.
That one actually misses.
Alright, so for the first one though, hold up.
He's gonna
Oh shit.
Oh fuck, I forgot the bonus action. Ah! It's going
Shit.
to be 6 plus 7, 13, 24, 34 points of damage.
34 on the first hit. As you, in a rapid movement, slash across, you can hear the fine fabric of his tire ripping and tearing. A huge streak of red rings out and hits the glass. He clutches back and hits the wall. The second swing goes wide, but he duck under. You scratch the glass right above, weakening it, and he kind of stumbles back against the glass, flattening himself against it. Hope you choke on the power that you've stolen. Can go again.
Alright. Bonus action of.
Sir, we
actually-
gotta run!
God, this is the
You're
first
not
time.
gonna like punch him or something? In a sad, like, gripping at death's door, being like, "No, I won't go down."
Well, Hexblade's curse him for the next one.
Technically died before. So.
True.
This is true.
True.
But
The
Technically
first death
cursed
would be
bonus action.
terrifying.
I
Next
bet.
one with Great Weapon Master is going to be a 22.
Yeah, that hits with damage.
Okay.
Well, if it's above a 13, you hit.
Uses this. I'm running. Silvery barbs! You don't see him. You don't see
I know what's happening. Silver
I know what's happening right now.
Without seeing, I shoot. Is it at
Points of
disadvantage?
damage. That's 26 points of damage.
God
One kill him.
damn.
with his head.
Through your
While
head
he's
goes
in front of-
Saren's last
With
words.
his head.
While
Don't kill
he's
him,
in-
he's worth more alive.
While he's in front of this glass window overseeing the city, I just want
Execution.
some little child to be outside looking up as you see this sword go across,
Oh my
God.
and you just see the head roll off his shoulders, and the body collapse.
I've seen
Can't
this
be
in a horror
certain who
movie.
sees
That's fair,
outside.
but
God
Painting
damn
a
it, now I have
picture.
to
But-
burn his mouth.
Another shh across the glass. The second cut lower.
Just this
Reinhardt
Heavy
always
breathing.
fell under.
You hear one thud, and then another short moment later. At that
This is
point,
gonna be expensive.
multiple bursts of flame around behind you as the rest of your compatriots are summoned in.
I just got 17 HP.
You just hear from Harbinger.
He's like, hell yeah!
You just hear from Harbinger, like, do we burn it or do we like make it disappear? Or... Nice job.
Sorry.
You can come in.
Looks. It's like I look over at it. I'm like, it's a clean cut. Good job, Reinhardt.
Should have seen the third hit or the second hit.
You
There
missed
definitely
into.
comes a sharp spike of a war pick being pushed into him. That's 500 gold.
Wait, who? To me or to him?
That you owe me.
Why? For what?
Because he's
What,
worth
heal
more
him?
alive, you fucking moron.
We're not in need of money right now.
This
We're
is
in need
true.
of
I'm
answers.
packing.
He's worth more favors, you fucking fool. We have an entire
he's
dynasty
burning the
that we can pull
We
from.
gave out a free beacon. I think we're on top of favors right now. That was not part of the plan.
You
No,
also
favors
just
go
killed
on
a
top.
sovereign leader you just killed a sovereign leader. There's a
That's
favor
why-
you can lose because
I
of this.
remember Karis was not under direct.
As you hear
Good
the
control.
door that just lays about 15
And
feet
everyone
behind
else
you
we're gonna have to kill.
being not opened, but you do hear a voice speak out. Sir, I didn't hear
Is it?
visitors. Are you alright?
Wait,
You
can
you're
I turn
scrambled
and
warping
recognize
into a
it?
desk.
I have an idea.
I
I have an idea for this.
I impersonate his voice and say, "Everything is fine. I just fell a little bit. I'm perfectly fine."
I don't have it.
Fell.
Everything's
My
fine
head
here.
fell.
All fine here.
You didn't even see the door slightly open.
Do you have anything to be in your favor for pretending to be someone else?
No.
Wait, don't you have a kit?
Do I?
No, but you can't.
Yes,
You can't
prep.
apply disguise.
You have to prep well.
Got it. That's right.
Yeah.
There is the feat. There is the actor feat.
Alert. Or actor.
Ironically,
Chris.
now I am wrong. Now it would be more useful.
It'd be
than
pretty
another
damn
actor
useful right now.
feat.
Yes, Snyder.
If he does his Yoshi voice, does he get a +1 to
No,
performance?
no, it does not. No.
Do your Yoshi voice.
But yes, I try to
Yeah.
intimidate his voice as best I
Roll
can.
deception. Roll deception with disadvantage.
All right.
Dude, if this fucking
Okay.
isn't deception against his insight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we are probably gonna
Performance
get
would
away
be
with this.
better.
Wait, you said deception.
Yeah, disadvantage. You like about plus 13.
I don't have it
Oh,
prepared.
I'm not
Right.
bad in deception.
Are you proficient in it?
I mean, let me look at it.
I know you're half
I'm
proficient in
half. I'm half. It's better than nothing.
it. I will give you that. 100% you're right.
Okay. The first one was 16.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the next number I got was a 9. So plus
Ooh.
that is 15?
Okay.
Okay. So 15 on total.
That's pretty hard to beat, 'cause that's a,
A normal human that might have advantage because he's known
That's
the
a
man
C
for most
minus.
of his life.
C minus.
C minus.
Yeah, not good.
that's a plus 5 to insight, so.
There's a pause when you say that. Saren, what's your passive perception?
28.
Saren, you hear from that distance and in a low voice. Gonna need more guards. There's someone in there.
I immediately speak out. You bring more guards, there will
Wait.
be more dead bodies.
Oh.
Wait.
Don't move.
Oh,
Don't call anyone.
I put out both
Enter the
my
room and
hands.
stop talking.
I put out both my
Alright,
hands. I
already
say,
said
hold
that.
on. We need to talk. We need us 6 need to have a conversation with you guards regarding about what just happened in this room.
And they know who we are, obviously,
Yeah.
from that. There was a
Yeah.
statement made to them, though,
There's a
and I'm
pause.
listening for what they say, what they
We
do.
can stay
There's
here
a pause after all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna open the door.
by all means. Open
Everyone
the door.
in
We
that
have
room
nothing to
better
hide.
come in.
We have nothing to hide, but do not act aggressive. We will not either.
Door opens.
There's no aggression towards you, but everyone in that room had better come in now.
They're outside.
Oh, I know. I meant what I said. Everyone who heard what he said or what we did needs to come inside, or there will be more dead bodies. No one in this town scares any of us.
No,
The
not
only
really.
person who was mildly scary because we didn't know was this old guy, and
The guy in 2 pieces on the floor.
the guy in 2 pieces on the floor was the only guy mildly terrifying. Everyone else,
Loved us.
not that. I think we could easily, us 6 could kill everyone in this town. Not a single soul would
Well,
survive.
I don't. The Shari, I don't know. I'd be kind of. I feel bad.
Yeah, the one druid.
No, we'd feel bad.
No, I'd feel bad for that one.
No, I'd feel bad. I'd feel bad.
And the old guy who's like close to retirement as a guard.
Oh yeah, no, I feel bad about him too. But everyone, I mean, I'm not saying guys we wouldn't feel guilty. I'm saying we could do it.
Anyways.
Anywho, let's continue.
Oh no, it's just
Door
those two
opens.
people.
You see
Yeah.
the kind of larger helmet of Linric, one of the
Oh,
older guards,
Winrick!
followed by Zenhorn, who's the one of the on the younger side, who seemed to be the individual he was whispering to. As they open, they kind of make that move in. You can see while Linric has a more seasoned expression, even upon seeing like the sight. It's a very visible
Gruesome.
sight of 2 slashes to the glass, a large amount of blood, and 2 pieces of the former elder. Zenhorn, on the other side, immediately turns and just starts throwing up right into the corner.
Oh, okay, throwing up.
Yeah.
Good. As he turns around,
That's a valid response.
my arm immediately starts to move and then slows down. Okay, no, that's a valid response.
I will like
Takes the door and
Jesus.
closes it behind him.
state something.
Yeah,
There's
that's-
now a
that's
cursed
an
specter
appropriate
floating,
reaction.
floating in the room.
You
But
Wow.
no action. It just happens.
Oh,
Kind of thing. It's just like poof.
You're like that thing we all hear.
I just, it comes floating at me, just as like
Ooh.
staring at me.
I just hear that. I sense that presence, and I go,
You all can see it.
oh, I
short
forgot
like
that
him?
happens
Is it
automatically.
short like him, Chris?
I'm not even looking at it. I just go,
Yeah,
So-
it is short like him,
Got
but it's also lifted up a few feet.
Floating. It can't talk though, so.
After,
good.
after they puked, I light a like a scented candle.
when'd you get a scented
Oh.
candle?
You know,
You just
I
keep
know my
going.
places.
Guards.
I believe it's
I mean, you
acquired.
got weird shit.
To Linric,
Yeah.
you obviously know who I am, who my fellow bard is. You've met us before. We've talked to you multiple times about regarding our investigations of the city. Up until hours ago, we have finally come to the conclusion and put an end to this green plague. The city is no longer in danger of this green plague. However, it has come to our knowledge from the Fae, this man, who is now lying on the ground, has been impersonating
He's
the
not a
person you
man.
think he's been. He's human. Been impersonating
No.
who he is.
And we
He's in
do.
fact
Call
five-
him man. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in fact 500 years old and has been here a lot longer than he should have been. He was trusted to protect the forest and protect things like the plague from happening, and yet he had failed his duty to do so.
Mhm.
I took upon my duty to fix that.
And we do apologize for this sudden shock, but if anything, we wanted to try to protect you guys and not get over your guys' heads and, you know, suddenly just do this harsh image that you guys see. We wanted to make sure
We had no
time was right to tell you
intention
guys.
of coming to your city and causing any disruption, any disputes, so on and so forth. As you've seen us in the past couple of days, we have caused no disruption. We've been trying to find the root cause.
And we found it
But
in these terms.
he was dealing with one of the people on our list. He was dealing with them.
You have proof.
The only I kind of nudge over to Anavir. Do you want to show him the fucking cube? It's kind of like, hey, look at this.
I get into my.
actually,
You definitely hear Saren. Do not show them that. That does not leave the bag.
Okay,
have Flappy jump onto my arm.
We have
actually,
proof.
and
But that's. But who?
We were.
We have not. I have not met you. Some of us. I'll make this quick. We have proof. We will show it to who needs to be shown. But it is not proof that we will bring out willy-nilly.
Everybody.
Who is the
Very,
next
very
in line?
Tense.
would you fetch Elder?
No. You don't want the Dragonborn. Dragonborn Elder would not be involved in
Not
this.
yet, mid. You want Elder, Give me a second here.
Elder Ymid is the only other.
Tallhorn?
Elder
Wait, is
who
it
will-
Tallhorn the Dragonborn or Ymid?
No, Ymid is the.
Yeah, we wouldn't want the
This is present, I
Dragonborn
think.
because this is not a Dragonborn matter. Who is the next in line?
There are 3 elders in the city, though. Chris, you're
One's
frozen.
not a
No,
one's
there's
not an
two.
Elder. There's only
Chris?
two.
He couldn't believe
He's
what you.
frozen.
He couldn't believe what you said.
Damn it!
He couldn't
Okay,
believe-
well,
I can't believe
lost
you've done
again.
this.
Will.
However, we need to
What
get
we did was
this.
really. He's frozen completely. I don't think he can hear us either.
You found a burrito cat.
we have a loaf of cat.
I think we'll wait for Christopher. Oh.
I moved him, don't worry.
Okay.
Chris, you there?
Oh.
Okay.
Ow.
So I think, now that we've become a moment to pause here and
Yes.
start talking about amongst ourselves,
Yes,
I think
yes,
we
yes.
should have, we should kind of like get with the council, the group, the elders, the people that are in charge of all this, the wood whalers, them, so on, all the people that have kind of connections, and talk amongst them,
Yes.
especially with the Arashari too. I've heard them, her being such a high-powered druid, understanding of what we just went through, they have
An elf.
probably a heavy connection with that,
Right.
and that's who. If we do plan on presenting,
The,
what we have,
the
to
Arshari
them.
has no. That's the thing, though. The Arshari has no control here.
There are druids,
know,
though. They have to have a heavy connection to the forest and the pain
Yeah,
they had to be
but-
going through.
But that's not how all
can have
druids
authority.
work.
I know.
Here's the thing,
Uh,
though. She could
yeah.
have a connection with a fire spirit and be a fire druid, and would have no knowledge of the forest. Which is why it's like just because they're an Ashari doesn't mean that they have a connection to the forest.
Did we get a sense of what Ashari they were?
They're either
They are an
Well,
elf, though, so Fae.
no. All Ashari are elves.
But
There's
the
either
Fae
the
can also
fire.
help.
There's fire, air, water, and earth Ashari.
You're the avatar.
Yeah, there's.
All Ashari are elf.
They're the avatar. They're straight the avatar stuff. 100%. You're right.
Flappy
um,
can just relay the memory. By the
You-
way.
yes,
Flappy can
but
do that. Yes.
Like I said, we should do it amongst the higher ups.
Yeah. No one else.
Should we do it against these guys too?
No.
Not yet.
No,
we should
no,
have
no,
them
no.
to put
Or
up a
else they
meeting with
scream.
them.
As is, I kind of.
I don't
no,
think
no.
they're gonna scream
They-
at how we're approaching them.
No. Here's the
Okay.
thing, though.
We're not coming
They
off.
do not put up the meeting. I feel like. Okay, it's us. Okay, they do not put up the meeting. I feel it is we ask them who's in charge and where are they, and then we.
It's like nighttime, dude.
I don't really care.
It's becoming nighttime, where it's like
It's twilight.
twilight.
Yeah, it's Twilight, but it's like then I don't really care at this point. You
All right.
just slit an elder in half.
One quick moment, get everything set up.
No
No,
worries.
worries. What happened? All good.
Yeah, I'm just checking my event viewer. It seems like my graphic drivers just need an update because probably like a portion of them got corrupted. So It just, like-
do you keep your Force updated?
sometimes not
Ah.
constantly.
Oh, okay,
It
yeah.
was just one of the things that like it was just like
I disabled
Definitely
like a
something
year
going
ago.
on.
Definitely do not forget to upgrade.
I
your
accidentally
GeForce drivers.
downloaded RAM.
I've actually stopped updating my GeForce graphics for an extent because I've had a lot of games having issues with current updates on some of them. And I'm just like, all right. So I went back to the best, one they had that was solid, and I was like, I'm gonna stay here for a while until I hear news of them fixing a lot of these bugs.
You either stay at their stable version or you progress.
Mhm.
Those are the two
Yeah.
options. Same with
I'm
Windows.
at the stable version right now, so I have a bunch of updates on GeForce. And I'm just like, no, not yet.
They all bundle into an update, and then they strip out the things that they updated again. It's actually a
Right.
pretty efficient system. You don't have
I'd
to
be
like.
playing games like Fours and stuff like that, and it'd play for like an hour, and the game would just crash every
Mhm.
time. And I'm just like, what the shit? And then I found out it was one of the latest updates for the driver, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll just wait a couple of months and update it. So
Yeah, I had that with with one game.
So, viewers, if you are having any graphics problems out there, make sure to look up Reddit is a big one to find out because you have the source of the internet basically
That's
all at
right.
your
Stay away
hands,
from
and
porn.
not that
Not
entirely,
that.
Well, yes.
but a lot
but
of useful
no.
information.
Well, yes. But I usually, whenever I'm searching anything, I type it in, I get like a bunch of Quora or just a bunch of random shit, and then
Yep.
I go Reddit, and then hit enter.
That's how you get 99% of the answers. Reddit's so helpful. It's
Well, I
just,
start at the other ones and then I go straight to Reddit afterwards. I'm like, all right, they were kind of telling the truth because they all align. So
Yeah.
oh, it
I
is also that is also a good way. Get a lot of answers from a lot
verify
of different
that
people.
Schrodinger's internet. They're both
Mhm.
correct. and
Anyway,
incorrect.
Moving on.
they
So-
jumped in. We told them.
Yeah.
I heard everything up
I think we should
until
convince them.
We moved you.
no, yeah, till everyone heard that I crashed.
Okay.
Yeah, because you were like,
Yeah,
Just
even I stopped. Like, damn, I haven't moved.
oh my
I was
screen.
literally like, holding the post, and I was set back, and I saw I didn't move. Like, oh, okay.
you're like, that's a weird post for me to be holding.
Yeah.
Why aren't I moving?
Yeah, and I tried talking, and no one was like, stop talking, and like, oh,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
the
can
weird
hear me.
thing though. If it was a graphics issue, that it stopped your sound. That's
Yeah,
odd.
I just figure it's Discord because Discord's audio visual, so Discord had it.
Yep. It swapped you over from using just your graphics card, just your audio driver to your graphics and audio. So then, yeah, okay,
So
that
when
makes
Discord
sense.
went out, yeah.
Good,
Anyway,
good.
Anyway.
So we were kind of like discussing about how we wanted to come approach this.
Yes.
We have to convince.
Where are
them.
your elder? Where are your elders? Your council of the city now?
Ymid is in
Ymid,
Draconian
Tahorn,
library.
the Ashari.
They're
I'll
not
be right back. I need to. reset
elders,
my
but
router.
Mm-hmm.
the Ashari is in his binder's cabin, and Tahorn is likely still in his bar.
Got it.
Hmm.
Is there a second in command that was below Twine?
Ymid.
Ymid was okay.
Okay.
So then it's just those three people that were kind of in charge of the city then. At least in charge of.
Yes.
Things
that's-
around.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say we would want a gathering of a meeting right away.
We will be meeting with them as soon as possible. Especially besides the events that have currently happened right now, as well as the information that we have just been informed of in the past couple of hours. It is crucial that the other elders, the Ashari, as well as
To be informed.
any other higher ups that you have in mind that can attend this meeting, are informed of such.
You see, like, Zenhorn is kind of like glancing around, like, as if he's supposed to start moving. He's like, he has 1,000 thoughts per minute, and the fidgeting goes noticed by Linric, who kind of reaches over and sets a hand onto his shoulder and neck area to try and calm him. Looks at him, calms down for a moment, and glances back. What should we do?
Prep the conference room.
Will do.
I go and I.
Conference room. It kind of glances and looks over to a section that kind of sweeps into the next area of the building.
Okay. We
It
need
is
someone here to
current-
clean up the blood.
in
Actually,
No,
never
no,
mind. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of that.
We'll
actually.
take care of this.
We'll do a better
we will
job.
prep the conference room.
Do
Thank
so.
you.
Kind of starts to push
The young one who's just like,
forward. Like,
is he like a broken mess?
yeah, he's like kind of freaking out. And he was like ready, like, do I go to the door? Do I get these people? And you can see Linric
You know what,
is
I do have
definitely
to
the
admit-
one that
I
is.
do have to admit, he basically got told, go get more guards, and then if you take another step, we'll kill you. Then
Yeah.
came and saw the elder, who he'd probably look up to since he was a child, gutted on the floor, and then told he was a traitor. You know what? It's understandable that he'd be a little shaken up.
I do send Hoot out of a window or whatever, or even out the door before they close it.
Hold on, this is
So
a
I can
slight joke.
You
See
can
if
like
there's anything out.
He runs, Will.
you'll have to at this point open a door and do something because the doors
Window.
have like been closed for a while now.
Okay.
He flies into
Is
the
there like a window
window.
I can open up? That'd be fine.
Um, the main window component,
not
we're
that
in the
one, not
chamber.
that
Yeah,
one.
there's no openings there.
Maybe when they
Yeah,
open the
not
door.
really. Not in this room. There wouldn't be a window opening.
Okay. Do they notice, or are they already in a different room?
He's pushing
The
them into the room.
halflings.
Unless stopped, they'll go into the next chamber.
I go over to Elder Twine because he has his room in there too, right? Like his actual like bedroom kind of thing.
You haven't really investigated this room, his home yet. You've only stepped in and into his office.
Mhm.
Okay. I kind of look around for any kind of blanket that I can get to like kind of wrap him up.
I will help.
And
Yeah, there's
and
like
then
a tablecloth.
okay, perfect.
Is it a
Start
nice
wrapping him up.
tablecloth?
Anavir, I think you should take him and Harbinger down to the cellar, at least put him there for now, because we don't need him in here right now for everyone
Yeah.
to see. And
We
then
don't
I'll start
need
cleaning
that
up the best that I
image.
can.
Yeah.
Take Harbinger because the trap
Who
is
has
still
the
there.
magical ability to clean things?
Prestidigitation.
Yes.
That's
I
fine.
have it, so I can take. But Harbinger can disable the trap that he set.
Oh, I didn't reset it. I just made it look like it was reset.
Oh, perfect. Anavir, just take him down to the cellar. Put him there for now.
That was the most perfect thing ever, Will, because you didn't know.
I didn't
that.
know. I had no. I thought he did. I thought he set the trap.
That's great.
But yeah,
I'll
we'll
say it
start
in
cleaning
character.
after we
Like,
wrap him up
Yeah.
and take him away. We'll
Mhm.
start cleaning it up to make it look like there wasn't a.
And then we'll also check in
Incident.
the office. Snyder, can you just pop a detect magic really quickly if you're able, just in case we know
it's
there's
10
anything.
minutes, but okay.
You can't just
We
pop
have
it.
time.
No, it's ritual cast.
We have time.
Ah,
We have to get the elders here.
You're
Everyone
right.
here. It's gonna take a couple minutes. You have plenty of time to do so. We're no
I will-
rush either.
Door a bit real quick, so
Yeah, we have
it out
time.
so we can be a pop, so I can see if anyone's like guards are coming.
Kind of open door. Glances out. Do you? I guess they're still in like telepathic range.
Yeah, I'm
Or-
just putting them up on top of the building.
Question:
UAV and
would mending work on bodies?
No.
Yeah, it's an
Fuck.
object. Now. It's not living.
it attached the head to the body.
That's
think,
what I was
wouldn't it,
thinking,
Chris?
but
Wouldn't it?
Mending followed by mending fabrication attached to revivify. Would that be kind of like a thing?
Well, I mean, I feel like if you did mending, because he is an object now, he's no longer a person. I mean, depending on your religious beliefs.
Can you mend flesh? Standard flesh.
because
You
I'm
mend
reading
bone.
it, it doesn't really like tell me like flesh
I
wise.
feel
But
like it'd be a lot of casting, honestly, because you need a lot
Yeah.
of casting of the flesh, the
No,
bone.
all you need to do is the center bone. You
Yeah.
can heal. You
I don't have
can
many
mend
right
the
now.
center bone, and you just mend the skin around it.
yeah, it's
Wait,
pretty.
cast
It'd
Cure
take
Wounds?
like 4 minutes. It wouldn't take
Yeah.
long.
Hey,
Right, Chris?
I'm looking at the. Yeah, you could.
Oh,
I will cast mending on the spine.
I will
and-
help with
It's
mending.
Roll a medicine check.
Wait,
I
for
am
both?
one to roll a medicine check.
Advantage.
Thank you.
Do you have proficiency in medicine?
Yes, I do.
Proficiency- Oh, not Anvir. Do you have proficiency in medicine?
Half.
No, that won't.
All right, fine. Guidance. You get
Thank
something.
you.
Could I
God damn it.
-1?
Yes. If you have
Wait,
proficiency,
are you
I do
proficient?
not.
No,
I
you
do
have to be proficient.
My medicine check is -1.
He's not
Mine's
wise.
plus one.
in medicine, you can help.
I
I'm
will
waiting
just-
for his head to be put on
Fine.
backwards.
I got mending. That's all that
It's-
matters.
It's this case where you are a observer that doesn't
20
know
total.
anything that's going on. You can't just like say, "Oh, that's what you should do."
20 total. I will put in. I did work at a church. We did help people.
It was mainly to check, like you were gonna mend it on. You weren't gonna like lift the body up and be mended like the wrong way
The
around.
backwards head.
Shit, fuck, wrong
But it's
way.
like
We snapped his head.
Cut it.
knowing how to get your
Re-snap it.
hand into the body and mend it without either getting your hand stuck or otherwise impeding the actual
Also-
like jamming around and moving
Yeah,
your hand.
I will also mend close the blood vessels, the two major, the carotid arteries as well as the veins above it. I mean, I'm proficient.
You're
at
good.
that.
Did you
You're
cast
good.
Cure
I
Wounds?
take it. It's not a natural 20. So
Yeah, but still 20. In
Yeah,
this
still
case,
20.
it's going to work.
yeah. So I'll mend close those bend the spine, the
And
bone's fine. Not.
it
I don't
takes
care
a
about the
while
bone.
because you.
Yeah.
It's not like surgery by any
It's
means.
like-
The person is undead right now, and it's currently separated, but it is
You could make him
a
undead.
process. Takes
Make him a
while.
puppet.
I can raise dead for the next 10 days if he wants to come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a long time if you want to bring him back
As
But
you,
he has to want to come back.
after being killed.
He was
by me?
murdered. I mean, technically murdered. I
um,
mean, he'd probably want to come
and
back.
are casting the detect magic is going to go and ring out. You can see there's a very faint aura of enchantment that lines the building, specifically around the windows. Yeah, it's a faint layer, not enough to like you believe the windows are otherwise like enchanted themselves. It's clearly an aura to the building itself, but no magical items.
Of course.
So then we wrap him up in the tablecloth
And
after
take him
the.
upstairs.
I do check his pockets while I'm
Yeah,
putting
okay.
his head back on.
The Skyrim, yeah.
Yeah. You find about like
You sold.
7 spare silver that's on his person, as
Oh.
well as a collection of like folded notes that he's like just stashed into his pocket over maybe like the last few days. You find
There's a love
scrap-
letter in there.
it's like old man pockets at this point. Like
Oh, it's
you
not
find,
actually
like,
anything interesting.
yeah, you find like the WildeMount
seeds.
equivalent of like lip balm, a chewed stick of bubble gum.
Okay,
like,
I take the 7 silver, and then I check to see if there's anything useful in the notes. Anything, or is it just like need to
like
get milk?
reminders. Yeah, not
Anything
like
talk about a wife?
no.
Thank God.
100-year-olds, dude.
I didn't
like
want to
3.
I didn't want to have to fucking deal with a wife.
Just
Yeah, your husband's lied to you your whole life. Wait, you knew and you hid it? Okay, well we're killing you too.
it's just inflict wounds.
You can see him in the afterlife.
Saren just inflicts wounds or does
I wouldn't waste a 5th or 6th level spell on her. I just
Oh,
trip her.
we'd waste a 9th level spell on her.
I just trip her. She's old. Break a hip. We'll die in a week.
push her down the stairs.
Make her go
Glancing
upstairs.
around as Hoot, mind you, you see that well there are guards like still on patrol. Many of them patrol either wall side or towards the gate. None seem to be walking towards or otherwise entering the main
Already
building.
found my lap while I was eating chicken.
So
Quick
body,
question on my cursed specter.
yes.
Okay. It says it cannot speak. Can it gesture? Because it has all the knowledge it had prior to it dying. But can it gesture? Like a head gesture. Like yes or like a yes.
Probably could, yeah.
It doesn't have a soul in it, right?
It has to obey my verbal commands. Let me
Can it
find.
lie?
If it obeys my verbal commands, I don't think it can necessarily lie. Let me double check.
I mean, your verbal command could be "don't lie." That gets around that fact really quickly.
When you curse a soul of a person you slay, temporarily binding it to your service. When you slay the humanoid, you cause its spirit to rise as the corpse of the specter. It appears to roll initiative. It obeys your verbal commands, gains a special bonus, remains in your service until the end of your long rest. And then let me go to the specter sheet that I have real quick.
Never long rest. Spectre forever.
It has languages, says all languages it knew in life but can't speak. So it can't verbally speak. But that's why I was like, can it, knowledge? Because obviously it remembers its languages that it spoke. I just don't know if it has the knowledge of what it had prior. Because it has its own stats now too, so.
Oh, it does not say it remembers what it does.
It understands all the languages it had in life.
That's it.
But knowledge of
That's
its
kind of
own
as
self.
most as it had. That's where I was like, it's kind of iffy.
I think that
Like-
I think they put that there just so that it means like, hey, it's a
To
walking It's a walking
Corpse.
yes no machine. Yeah, it's a walking
But
corpse. It doesn't remember shit.
It's meant
It
to
just.
battle with
Yeah.
me, but
I mean, I could potentially use the skull to speak with dead.
then we need the
I-
skull not attached to the body with us.
Oh, if
Yeah.
no, Reinhardt, if we're good to take the body, I'm taking it to the fucking Bright Queen and being like, flop,
Oh yes.
There's our
However,
imposter.
I would
he's dead. You can bring him back if you want.
despite what we knew, he was still the elder of the city. Everyone else looked up to him a different way. I still think they should have their own farewell, so on and so forth. We're not just here to slay and
Just take
Reward.
from their.
I do want to point out.
It was a big deal for this entire city.
I do want to point out.
Slay.
You say this as you are the one who cut his head off.
It's a little.
He was an old man.
I didn't want to cut his head
No
off until
magic.
about like. Whoa! What?
With no magic.
What's wrong?
No, he had no. He
did.
only. He had very little, if any, with
Still
basically no magic. You cut off the head of an old man.
I'm taking his dead ass down the attic.
Great job. Keep going.
I look at Sarah and I'm like, "Are you
A1.
really scrutinizing me on killing somebody?"
I'm not scrutinizing you that hard. All I want to point is out.
I've seen some questionable kills by you too.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Even from
That
me.
said, you did want to alert the elders.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Who is going to head out?
Sending? Or
Have I actually met any of the other elders?
You've all, I believe, met
he did,
Ymid,
he did. He
and
met
you've
Ymid.
met Eric Kari. That I forgot
Tahorn.
their name.
Yeah, the Ashari we got the gems for.
I mean, any of the elders from the halfling side.
There
He's the
was
only
just
elder.
one.
Oh.
That was Twine, right?
Wine's
Mhm.
the only halfling elder.
Mm-hmm.
There's been, to your knowledge, or because I mean,
Oh, there's
Shars
only
has
been.
been-
Yeah, he's been the only one who led.
Because
Yeah.
he's been here
Fuck,
for
we have to
500
talk.
years.
Fuck, we have to talk to the Dragonborn.
Ymid was
Mhm.
the second in command
Yeah.
Ymid.
for the.
Tahorn, but is Tahorn also a halfling?
Yeah, Tahorn's a halfling.
Okay. Nope.
Not excited about talking to the Dragonborn. I mean, no offense,
Dragonborn.
Torin. This guy's just an asshat.
Oh, he was fine last time.
Yeah, Tahorn didn't have any issue with.
Not
when
Tarhard.
we went-
Ymid, gentlemen. Ymid is
Ymid
the
is the
Dragonborn.
half.
the mid's
No.
Dragonborn.
Ymid is the
Okay,
Dragonborn.
okay,
Tarhard
alright.
is the
Yeah, I
head
have
of
them
the guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good. I remembered correctly.
Wood Whalers are, they have no
Tarhorn.
formal leader, but they look to Tarhorn as the eldest
Yes.
among them.
Yes.
Again,
And then
Ymid
Ymid
is
is
the,
the Dragonborn,
leader of
yeah.
the refugees from Draconia.
Yes. So we will talk with Ymid, we will talk with Tarhorn, and then we will get the Ashari to hopefully back up our statement from the Druids. I cast sending. How many times have I cast it?
And we have someone that can
Well,
relay memories.
Quick question:
Cat.
Is the Dragonborn? Do I feel like the Dragonborn is an actual threat?
Quick note, he's the one that told you where the beacon was.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yes, he did.
he's not
No.
a threat.
Okay.
I said no, he's not a threat.
Okay. This is just me remember. Like I meant this like a physical, actual person we would need to combat worry-wise. Because I'm about to
I don't-
burn 3 sending spells.
We are not
And
in
I
any
don't wanna
need of
get-
causing more conflict.
Copy that.
We
I
are
will
not to
burn.
rid an entire city of elders. Okay.
Okay, I send a sending spell out to Ymid. Thorin. Thorid.
Tahorn
Tahorn. Okay, I'm on crack. Sorry,
Jesus.
guys.
and the Arashari, which
And
sorry,
the
the
Ashari.
Ashari. I keep saying Arashari because of
There.
Era.
God damn.
Yeah.
The
Because
Ashari.
she's an heir. Ashari.
It just rolls off the tongue. It just.
It really does. We don't. But yeah, I will send an identical message to all 3 of them, stating, "Emergency meeting needed at the
At Twine's conference.
at Elder Twine's conference room. come within the hour.
I know those of you that are way beyond salvation because you're laughing at the word emergency meeting.
Emergency.
Someone got
City in
assassinated.
danger. City emergency.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
You first receive a reply from Binder Vasa, the heir Ashari that you had.
Binder Vasa. Binder Vasa.
Binder Fasa?
I just gotta remember that.
Who gives you a simple,
This is
I
Binder
will
with
be in attendance. Yeah, Binder space Vasa.
Because she is a binder. He
Yeah.
is a binder. I always thought it was a she.
Same. Sorry.
I kept telling you it was a he.
Yeah.
Followed by
That's my session.
Yamid.
Yeah.
Who kind of goes, I'm right on my way then. Finally found by Tarhorn, who takes quite a while. You're like thinking Tarhorn's not just gonna reply, but you can kind of pick up the. Yep.
Is he
Don't
asleep?
know why
Do
you
I
need
hear
me,
it?
but
Do I hear a glass hit the table because he hasn't fucking left that goddamn
you have
spot?
a feeling there's a gap there that definitely could have been when a tankard hit.
That man has not left his fucking chair.
The message is a burp in there.
How did he fucking go to the bathroom?
He's
Dude,
remained
I don't
at
wanna
his
know.
post, okay? He has remained at
Hibernating.
his post.
For 40 years, I have remained in this chair. I don't even know if my legs work anymore.
Look,
That's part of that movie.
You're on Discord. Now go away.
The
and
message
leave me
sent
alone.
out. Is there anything you guys want to do before the meeting with the authorities of
we-
Charis?
Mend
We
the
press the
window.
position that blood.
Yeah, we clean the window. We clean the window, clean the floor, clear all the
Yeah.
blood, and we kind of reorganize anything that I may have knocked over or swung at.
And I will get the scented
Maybe
candles
If
out.
there's any guards on
Clear
it.
out the smells.
He removes the vomit as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guards, there's none that like they don't have a patrol pattern where they just walk up to the building and check on the elder then walk away. It's very lackadaisical to the point where you're not even sure the guards have noticed that two of them have just completely entered the building and have never come back.
We're definitely sitting and waiting in the conference room for a little bit. I definitely do bring this
These
up.
guys need to beef up their security.
I agree with you, Torin. I've been thinking this since we broke in. Not a single guard I can tell is worried.
Guys,
We've been here.
we're
He's
in a
been
village.
dead for an hour.
We are
to be
in
fair,
a village. This is
be
not
fair,
surprising.
If we did this in Rexington, we would have been already in jail.
Yes.
Anavir
Chris,
and
one thing
I
I
have
will do,
also-
real quick. Oh, go ahead.
Anavir and I have also made sure we have become really close to a lot of the guards here.
I understand that, but
And they
I'm
have
with
obviously-
Torin. This security is terrible.
And I'm sure we could discuss it in the goddamn meeting. Let's wait for
we
it.
will. It's just quite impressive almost how bad the security measures are here.
That assassination was clean, honestly.
Chris?
Like,
I mean, honestly,
God.
if you didn't cut the
Can
head
you imagine
off,
just somebody
and it
walking in
hit
and
the
like,
ground,
what the fuck?
if you didn't cut him in half and you fall and thud to the ground, you know what, Reinhardt, you might have had an ability to be an assassin.
Chris?
I feel you really missed
Yes.
your true calling as a rogue.
I am going to lay out my ropes and that 1,000-pound chest chain as well, just in case they don't quite agree with us. I can make sure no one goes anywhere.
You're laying out a 1,000-pound chain.
Dang. I bet I can
break
lift
the
it.
fucking table.
Am I the only one who ever heard 1,000-pound chain?
No, he has 1,000-pound test chain.
Funny.
I make sure my sword is, gone for now.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? You don't even have his fucking scabbard.
You gonna take your helm off? Just the
Oh, I need to get something changed on that too. After this meeting, we'll take care of that. Depending on how this meeting goes, we're in the right city to do it. Is all.
Reinhardt, wait.
Oh, what are we?
Is is your armor skin the sheath? Like, how does that work?
I don't have a sheath in my sword. My sword can apparate. I can just apparate my sword in my hand, as I do.
Yeah.
And
Saren,
then I
you
can
don't.
just-
Saren, you don't want to know where his sheath is.
and then it's just gone. It's kind of a
You
nice
get
thing.
you get a
Prison
slight
wallet.
sense that like as like a man connected to a god, there is a tiny bit of jealousy with that ability, as well as a tiny bit of disgust with the fact that it's like, oh, like your magic. You could get the sense that it always gives off this little like, yeah,
Uncomfortable.
If I
yes.
didn't take an artifact as a weapon, I could do it multiple.
No, but yeah, you get the sense that like Saren has always felt when either you or Torin do your magic, there's just this
Dirty.
sense that he doesn't feel like good, like
Yeah,
when
that's fair.
when he feels it, because it's not the same kind of a connection. It's more like,
I feel the same way when
Ari
you
thinks
talk
it's
to your
cool.
god in like a good blessing kind of way. I'm just like,
what is this
fuck
bullshit?
is
Disgusting.
this is like.
You're like, what the fuck?
And it's also better when like you don't get a response back, and I'm just like,
He got left on red.
Oh, God. Don't remind me.
yeah, it's same kind of feeling. I
It's
imagine
like,
the same kind of
ugh.
feeling of like,
you're kind of like,
Listen. Since we're waiting, apparently I can spout off a little bit of lore. Warlock patrons also gain power from the fact that they have that connection with the warlock themselves.
well, yeah, because they get power amongst,
From the
Everyone else.
connection as well.
yeah.
The
So the more
connection.
more connections they have, the more power they're able
It's
to
called
gain
the
from
bro
it.
The
connection.
soul. It's a soul.
I'm
soul
saying no
type
matter
value.
what, in the next campaign, we need to do it like 300 years in the future, and someone is a follower of your sword. Someone is a follower
yeah.
of your follower.
I've
Oh,
already
no, no,
thought
no.
about my future as Reinhardt, and that could definitely be a possibility in how I have it lined up.
I would 100% be down.
Should make it
for
50
someone
years in
to
the
be a-
past.
Honestly,
have it.
Will, if we do it in the future and then we can get to the thing, I would 100% make a character who prays to you, and then what I do, you have to change your voice and be like,
That's fine.
hello there. Like, you have to be like the god
Okay.
from Monty Python. We'll
Totally
get
down
you.
to do that.
I'll bring in little. I'll mail you little hand clouds so you can.
Oh my god. Like the
Watch
Holy
this out.
Grail. Who is it?
Not gonna lie,
Stop
when
kneeling.
Savari was mentioning how she wanted to go into a warlock, and I was like, oh, dude, you could like, totally pick me and
You
all
can
that.
do
And I was
me!
like,
You-
I had that in mind of being like,
Watch this out.
yeah. Anyway,
Okay, sorry.
Praise be to the sword.
Huge diatribe.
Also, deities also get that increase in power from the same thing.
Is there
That's
any
why
way-
Snyder and Anivir kind of
No,
look like,
just-
really? They get
Is
it not
Anivir
from
regardless
themselves.
of
Anyways.
body
Okay, now, okay. Sorry,
I
Chris.
can
go.
imagine Anavir's back by now. It's not that far from the cellar.
Yeah,
unless
no,
he
I'm
fucked
back.
around too much.
Lost.
I mean, I was just making sure his head ain't gonna fall over, but yes.
Is there anything else you guys wish to do before the elders arrive?
I
Or the
think we should all
authorities?
sit at the table and act very
Just a
welcome.
short
and
rest,
say grace.
technically.
I
Hour.
think short rest.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Walk
will
in,
count
sleep.
as a short rest, but many of them seem to be like on the way. It's not really like, oh, let me just pack up my things, get a quick bite to eat type of thing. You did say that this was an emergency.
Of the city, an emergency. Yep.
Village.
You all laughed
No,
at me.
I believe it was emergency meeting.
Yes, it's an emergency meeting.
Shut the fuck up. I need your shit.
I have figured out how to add the astral dagger as a usable thing, so
Anyways,
I'm gonna die.
there's a knock at the door just a few minutes later. And you hear a halfling speak up.
Door opens.
Okay. You see what looks to be one of the last guards kind of pokes his head in. Sandfer looks around. You can see he is currently being followed by Vasa.
Shit.
Kind of goes.
Do come in.
And
Welcome.
it's like the front room, so he kind of glances around and like, okay, and just turns around without like a single thought behind his eyes and just walks out. And while Vasa himself enters, and kind of gives a glance around the chamber at just you all gathered here.
Reinhardt?
Vasa
Just
knows.
take a seat.
Uh,
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
hundred.
yeah.
I'm still masked up, right? I'm normally masked up. When
Yeah.
I'm gone from
Yeah.
combat. Okay.
Reinhardt, after
So
you, and
Reinhardt
we'll
gets a
jump if
quick
needed.
messaging from Snyder, and it's just as a quick whisper. Here, you want to convince him separately, or you want to do it all at once?
All at once? Power amongst everyone?
Sure.
So just kind of takes a seat down, elegantly folds fingers together, and just waits without type of greeting. You can tell. He's discerned enough from a cursory glance at the table to not engage in small talk.
I take off my helmet, as I remembered I still had it on. Put it on the table. And you said Ymid and Vasa are here currently. We're still waiting on Talhorn.
Boss is the only one, but the other two
Okay.
are likely on approach.
Thank you for meeting with us on such short term and how late it is.
And
But we'll discuss more matters as soon as the other two have arrived.
indeed, so we may discuss.
Gives a nod. And kind of yearns forward. A few moments later, more footsteps enter, doors open and close as you see Elder Ymid helping guide Tarhorn
Wow.
into the
Oh,
area.
great.
I will light the scented candles. They are lemon.
Tarhorn, it does not help too much. Tarhorn, you probably haven't noticed because of the normal attendance of the lodge, but he just fucking.
Good thing I got scented
I
candles.
go up to him and I shake his hand and start like patting him on the back. Thank you for coming, and kind of try to very discreetly prestigitation some of the smell away from him.
Easy enough.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Shield and mask.
Fuck.
He sits down. He's like still half there. It's not like he's especially drunk right now. This is his always attitude, but likely the movement across the city tired him out.
Got it.
Yeah.
So we all sit down.
Reinhardt sits down. He
Yeah.
hears a whisper. Thank you. I could smell it from here.
Figured you could.
Are the scented candles helping?
Mid.
It's so bad. They're helping a little bit.
Pushes
Rock
the
'em.
It smells like
fingers together.
flowers and shit.
You could tell Tarhorn and Vasa turn to Ymid initially. 'Cause he's like the only elder present in the room at the moment, and he just glances over.
Well, gentlemen, thank you all for joining on such short notice, especially with the timing. Start off with some good news, essentially. The green plague is no more. We have gone out into the forest. We have figured out the root cause.
I don't wish to interrupt, but as much as good news is joyful to hear, there is a certain circumstance that needs to be addressed.
Yes.
What would the
You're probably understanding that there is a missing elder at the table.
And we are in his home.
We are in his home.
correct?
Up until moments ago, we were informed by the... Did we get a name of who the Fey person we talked to was?
They have only referred to themselves as the Lotus Den.
Okay.
We could
The Fey
discuss-
Guardian of the Lotus Den. Okay. We after finding out regarding about the Green Plague and dissolving it, we were met directly in the Feywild by the Fey Guardian of the Lotus Den. A very strong being of that nature.
Of
They
this
also
nature.
brought to our attention of Elder Twine's true identity of who they were, who he was. And
It happened.
up until then, we had no reason to bring any distraught amongst you guys' city. As you guys knew, we were here to help solve the underlying issue of the Green Plague. We're here to find that, and that was our so-called mission. We discussed with many of the guards for any local findings and so on and so forth. However, we were told by the Lotus Den Guardian that Twine was actually the protector of the Lotus Den, of the Fae. They had him They entrusted him with a artifact regarding to help protect the city and the forest in case anything of this nature were to happen. Now, someone has gone into the forest and tampered with the Fae, causing a lot of
Stir.
other planar beings to come through a portal. We were able to dispel that portal, get rid of the creatures, and that's what caused the Green Plague to stop, as that the Green Plague was the forest's way of preventing any other hurtful things to come into the city.
Like
With that,
antibodies.
the Green Plague was just a side effect of what was happening in the Lotus Den.
Indeed.
With that, we are also told that Twine was over 500 years old. A lot of everyone that we have talked to have all known that Twine, being a very old person, never actually knew his true age. With the artifact that he was given, he was able to live for many millennia. He also helped.
Mind you, like, there's been many different shifting expressions
Yeah.
between the three individuals as it stands. The mention of like a druidic cause, the call of the forest, you can see resonates immensely within Vasa and to a lesser extent Tarhorn. They kind of exchange glances, whereas Ymid, seemingly disconnected from this, is just kind of laser focused on you. But you can tell that there's already this like thoughts being exchanged just from looks between one another. Yes.
Are the two guards that were here also here?
Not at
with
the
us?
table. They're like at the side where there's just like a few spare chairs aligned. They're just sitting in the corner right
Just
now.
wondering if they were here with us with
Yeah.
Tori or...
So with that, do you guys have any questions? Obviously, I see some distraught amongst you guys' faces.
When the conversation shifted to lifetimes and the kind of extent of those, Tarhorn's the only one that appears surprised by the revelation. Vasa druids lived for extended periods of time, so the revelation that druid might have lived so long, it doesn't initially come as shock, but Ymid is equally not surprised by this revelation.
Does he seem to be like, I knew it, or is he like...
Just no like a realization, just like accepting it, acknowledged it. There's a kind of a moment of quiet. Poor Voss is the first one to speak. Actually, sorry. Ymid will actually be the first one to speak in this case. Elder. This is a great deal. The change has occurred now. And it is sure that he is Elder is no longer with us, yes?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
Now comes, I would say, the darker part of the story. The person that put this evil doing amongst the Fae in the Lotus Den is a high priority target amongst many countries, amongst the land, the Kryn, the Empire, the coast. This person was able to go into the forest and summon this portal to bring all these evil beings into this world. Now, Twine was entrusted by the forest to help protect the forest in doing so.
I would add specifically to prevent that from happening.
Exactly. To prevent exactly what happened the past couple of weeks or months from happening. As soon as I brought up the person of interest to Twine, his mood instantly changed as he knew exactly who I was talking about. He allowed this person to go and tamper with your forest and the Feywild. This person has informed multiple people regarding the end of the world. And we're trying to prevent that.
all the members, and again Ymit speaks. This is a lot to take in.
It is a lot to take in.
I've
We understand that.
trusted you to this point, the exact action with the information I've given, but I must ask, do you have any knowledge of the forest? It is...
Just did a shot of...
We are in tune with nature, those of us here, and kind of glances over, finding a lack in words, and eventually Vasa speaks. It sounds like the pact with the land was maintained by one individual. What does this mean for the village of Charis?
After finding out about this, to elaborate more on this, however, I myself is from. One second here, let me pull up the picture of WildeMount. I myself is from the Menagerie Coast. I lived amongst the Plum Groves, a vast forest that resided there. I lived there for about 10 plus years, and I became very one in tune with the forest despite my personal background. As soon as I found out that someone took an oath to protect the forest and failed to do so, not because that they couldn't, because they chose so, I felt that pain that the forest was having. I may not call myself a druid, as you all, or as you, as I look to Binder Vasa, or the other druids amongst the city. But when one takes an oath to protect something that their oath binds them to, and fails to do so under any means, there's obviously change that needs to be made. And with that, I have talked to the Guardian of the Feywild, the Guardian of the Lotus Den, and I have taken that role as the protector.
Have a look, inquiry from Vasa as they kind of raise brow and head at you. Ymit appears to still be collecting thought. Out of everyone, he is like the most political out of everyone here, and he seems to be able to keep his cards closer to the vest than most. It's at this moment you hear Tarhorn kind of speak up. Here. One was right, old bastard.
A very awkward, like, okay? From the, the one drunk.
Don't say Twine was right, old bastard. Just...
But to be fair, I will admit Twine did his job up until, I would say, from my knowledge, up until the past couple of months of the Green Plague.
Yeah.
He did do what he said he was out here to do. However, if it wasn't his involvement with the person of interest that we are after, we would not be here right now.
But would it be fair to say, Reinhardt, that his inaction got quite a lot of people killed?
That as well.
That is fair. It's due to his inaction is the reason the Green Plague happened in the first place.
The Green Plague happened.
No.
People have died. The reason why the forest has had a lot of odd actions happening lately. A lot of unhealthiness.
Indeed.
Flappy does hop onto the table. Reinhardt?
It is important that a guardian of the force is anointed. My hesitation might spawn from the fact that I do not believe you to be a native of the village. What is your plan to protect the forest that you might not be inhabiting?
As I told the Guardian of the Lotus Den, you have until my dying breath to protect the forest.
And that seems to be answer enough for Vasa as they give nod till your dying breath. Then
I do not bind my soul to many things. You can ask my compatriots. You can ask to anyone who I have worked with prior. There are very few things that I have heavy interest in. And when it comes to nature itself, it is a heavy, heavy situation that we are here to help protect it. When you fail to do so,
It's an interesting development that I did not foresee within my tenure of Chars. I hope you don't mind, but I will be reporting this back to the rest of the Ashari. This is abnormal, but if it is the will of the Lotus Den, we don't stand in the way. Merely wish to propagate the information.
that is completely okay with by me.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
I did not take the position, though, to be announced any hero or anything of such. I took it as my own personal
Quota.
quota
Charge would be the right.
When
task, my own personal task to protect it.
there's kind of a pause as the other two might be beginning to speak, but Vasa does raise a finger. My last comment. Typically, Guardians of the Force are bestowed upon them certain rights and privileges. Mayhap you might not be able to tap into it now, but if and when the need strikes, you seek out the Ashari, and you wish to tap into the root, forgive the pun, of your oath, Lotus Den.
I'll keep that in mind.
With that, they seem to kind of make two sweeping gestures for the other two and allow them to speak. This was probably the last part for directly Vasa to speak in Ymid now. This is development. Much of Charos was based around Wine's visage. We need someone to represent the halflings we need. Where do we go from this? You have taken the pact, but what do we, the people of Chars, do now?
Reinhardt. I suppose someone should be left in command as well, but should we show them the memory?
It might help
We
them understand a few things.
I don't necessarily think we need. Are you talking to me or are you messaging me?
No, I'm actually talking.
Okay. We are able to relay the message, the memory, amongst you three, if need be. But by the sounds of it, it sounds like at this point we far from that needs to be actually explained.
Ymid, I set you on this path. I did not know that it might result in death, but change was coming when we last spoke. It kind of glances over. It probably arguable that Tarhorn probably wasn't a great fan, and Vasa is a more neutral third party.
Mhm.
Ymid, what of the halflings? They need leadership. Culture has been here much longer than us, Dragonborn.
Well, who would be next in line as far as the elder?
Horn seems like a
There's like a pause as he
fairly
Isn't that always
decent
something
fit.
for consideration? I mean, Tahorn is he has the Wood Whalers currently. I'm not saying no, but
picks himself. Or is it leading a few more? innocent youth to tell them what to do. And to kind of lower Emid. I don't think his day drinking would be the most optimal leading.
As an elder, as a leader, I can understand that. However, we are just here on our mission. We are not here for any political reason as far as changing of the guard. Like I said, everything that's happened within the past hour or two was not our intention. It is very unfortunate of what happened with your elder, and we understand that. Death comes with a heavy price, and everyone in the city looked up to him.
Or kind of like, we'll continue on just fine, as long as the boss doesn't attack us anymore.
If
From
it
what
does,
we were told, it shouldn't.
and if it does, I'll be there to help protect the city.
Kind of a few glances exchanged before Emid. They are right, though. I do not expect foolish of us to ask for you to help decide in the choices of an elder. You have helped us save Charis and given us a future. There is not much more we can ask. Charis, we do not have anything else to offer you. You've seen our coffers; they do not overflow anything that, especially anything that you might have need for. But should you ever need shelter, then here in the Lotus Den, we will gladly help.
That means a lot.
As I point out fingers, like, there is one thing.
Yeah.
And, I'm looking at him, it's like, make this village better than it was before. I want to see this place grow. I want to see this place boom with
Civic planner.
It's kind of a moment for Emid. Rests back in the chair, everyone's attention on him. He glances around. We are a humble village, bound in protection of the Lotus Den. That's all we need it to be. We don't need to be Marquette or Rexingtrum.
no.
I would have this area moved. Home in the Thriceport. It is a dream of a man that wanted Rexingtrum. Wanted Draconia in a visage in his place. I hail from Draconia. I don't wish for bureaucracy, guard towers, a state, the cycling of guard along a wall to be our legacy. We have a simple duty and simple lives here. You've seen it. We wish to just keep that.
Keep it.
In that case, yeah. Keep doing what you're doing.
If anything, my time here has reminded me of my temple in the Plum Grove.
We of Draconia had very little of our own when we left. The city fell and the castes broke aside. We only had what we knew from there, and we split to make our own. Zenith formed to the south. Vestiges of a old age, but we sought something new. Don't be afraid of change if it happens. For your temple. Go with it. See where it takes you.
You might just like it.
They're kind of glancing about between another before Tarhorn. About the end. Where's the body of the former elder?
That's the other thing we need to discuss. You guys are more than welcome to have a ceremony regarding the elder with the body. However, we are going to need the body since he
The
was a
best way to
traitor.
put it is he broke a rule that he
He broke
broke
two
a
rules.
rule with the dynasty.
He broke two rules with the dynasty.
True.
He helped.
Messing up hands.
He helped somebody of interest that can cause the world great danger.
Yeah.
He's an accessory.
Well,
The second, he homed an artifact that we should
Tarhorn
not have
kind
been
of.
in possession.
The elder has caused more than a few closed caskets in his last few months. It is only fitting that his also be a closed casket. I don't care for his body. I'm not organizing his funeral. Ymid
Understandable.
takes a few moments. Again, we are grateful for you. Do what you will. Tallhorn is regretfully correct in the aspect that we don't need a body for the funeral.
Understood. We shall take it and move on. We won't judge how your group states his death or his life. Whether he's remembered fondly or poorly is up to you all.
Of course.
But everything should be all right now with the town, and everyone should recover. We will also state there should be no more issues with the plant.
Indeed.
Because I don't think we mentioned that, did we? Did we?
The plague?
Not the plague, not the
No.
plague. The plant
plant.
people, which were
Yeah.
separate. Remember the plant people
No,
that
it was
killed the
part-
people and then turned into them?
It was of mention. But,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
Stay
one
for
more.
as long as you want.
Thank you.
Should you wish. But I imagine you have duties you must attend to soon.
Mm-hmm.
We do, but we will more than likely stay no longer than a day. Thank you, though.
Ymid stands and walks over and helps Tarhorn out. Binder Vasa stands himself.
Old man
Bossk
and
waits,
Exactly.
glances over at the other two as they leave, and turns back. Development I did not expect either. Do you have intentions to return to Charis outside of when you are just called by the forest?
I mean, I'm assuming you all have means of communication.
I'm just simply curious about you.
Asking me to return.
I just want to know if you will.
I don't see why not.
That's all.
I myself lived alone for a long time. After being with fellow travelers, it's nice to have a city that's actually able to be called home. So I don't see why I would not be returning. Sorry.
Go in peace. Turns. And you are left alone again in the boardroom-esque area of Twine's former residence. What do you want to do now?
Well, I think that went pretty well.
So we left someone in
yeah.
command, right?
Yeah, we're still alive.
And everyone seemed to have a pretty good understanding of what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a win.
I'm calling it a win. Do we want to report this to the not the Bright Queen?
Yeah, the Bright Queen, right?
That's
Is
gonna
it the
be a
Bright
little
Queen?
bit, right?
Fuck.
The Bright Queen. The Queen of the Kryn. Tomorrow,
Yes, her.
we'll show up with the body.
Okay.
And we'll be sure to be announced this time, I guess.
Yes.
Since last time was bad for some.
Okay. A little bit of bad news for you guys. We're going to do with the different sleeping arrangements. 'Cause I didn't prepare tower.
Well,
It's fine. There's an inn.
they love us here.
Also a boat.
That too.
Yeah.
So I glanced to Reinhardt, and no more throne sitting.
I just wanted to do it once. All right, I got it. I was able to do it. I'm able to live with that for a long time now.
Are one of the guards, or is anyone of from here still here, Chris? Or as they're walking out?
The other two guards are on their way out. If you want to quickly catch one of them,
I just
Linrick and
asked.
Zenmore.
Does Lake Valinor, does the river that runs out of here, does it meet to the lake, the large open sea, or does it meet to the ocean itself?
Linrick thinks for a moment. I think it connects to the lake, but it's winding, multiple paths, and sometimes the water does not quite take the obvious path.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Turns and leaves, so pushing Zenhorn ahead.
You did, Reinhardt, you did leave someone in command, right? I kind of zoned out there for a minute.
Yeah, no, we left Tarharn in command.
We kind of mentioned that we're not here as political ambassadors. That it's up to the city to appoint a new elder. We're here on mission, and we're not here to involve ourselves into their political agenda of who should be next. And so, whether it be Tahorn or they find an actual elder, but they mentioned that the city should be fine as is.
You do see Harbor kind of. Okay.
So, should we head to the inn for a much deserved rest?
Yeah. Is Exchange still open? In a moment.
The exchange is always open, my friend. God has abandoned us.
I have something I need to modify for the exchange.
Bits of string will no longer be accepted as valid currency.
I gotta find currency for these fucks.
Yeah, I'm back.
Alright. Is Exchange still open?
Yeah, it's open pretty late.
Okay. Before I head back to the inn for the night, I make my way there.
Alright. Yeah,
you know
it
what?
seems
I'll go with them
like
because there's safety in numbers.
whatever the relative sense of a nightlife in Charist seems to be happening here. People are drinking, a lot of socializing going on. There's a very thick cloud that kind of emanates from the top of it. What do you do?
I try to find. Is there a table that is selling knockoffs of antlers?
Moment.
You mean sheds?
Yeah, knockoffs. Fall-offs. Same thing.
Sheds.
Whatever you want to call it, same thing. You knew what I was talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not at first.
Yeah. There's a like a hunting area, very small, owned by one of the Dragonborns, and it seems that they have a collection of a lot of different like types of animal life, but there is like some deer section.
That
Okay,
works in character because he was alone for so long, so he just called him.
I go up to that table and I try and find the best looking set of rack.
There's like really only two, so one of them does look like large.
What's large, like a moose, or like large like a nice set
Like
deer?
a 12 point, like a 9 point.
I don't want huge is all.
There's another set that's smaller. I'm a computer scientist, not a hunter.
God.
But you big.
And one of them like, okay. What do you got for it?
That's right. What do I got for it? I throw down 2 cosmic horror teeth. One for each.
What are those?
These are teeth from an otherworldly being.
That's mighty terrifying.
It is.
Why do I want them?
I don't know. You want
Probably
platinum?
make something out of them.
Sure, I'll actually take platinum, yeah.
I toss him 1 platinum.
He pushes the,
God.
Chris, is there anywhere
Go to kill
here
my
that, is there like a poisoner, a poison, yeah, a poisoner? Or an
Kid?
alchemy shop?
roll a quick, wisdom check.
Wisdom. Wisdom.
That almost sounded like you said we is dumb.
Wisdom. That's like a wisdom saving
Wisdom
throw?
check.
No.
Yeah, just check.
Just one wisdom.
Oh my god, my cat is like thrashing
Oh,
around
there we go.
on her tree. I just hear her hitting everything.
22. Wow. You're never gonna see that again.
You're kind of like glancing around, and a lot of people are like selling plant life and like powdered, some things are powdered, some things are dried, some things like, holy shit, like half the plants they're selling here could potentially be used to make a poison. If like Rexingtrum might have had like a few botany, alchemy, herbalism places, this place is like an alchemist's paradise if you knew what you were looking for and could deal with the barter economy. So yeah, you got like an entire exchange pretty much, or half an exchange.
Yeah, I walk over to who I think looks like the most knowledgeable one. If I see someone with vials, I'm walking that way.
You end up walking towards a very familiar store that you guys have actually visited before, towards the back of the exchange, where there seems to be various plants that have been set outside and the like, and an older halfling glances to you. Yes?
I was wondering, and I carefully pull out the two poison daggers out of my bag of holding, and I set them on, I'm assuming, the desk. I was wondering if you could identify the poison that these are covered with. As you get, I'm assuming they're
put on it, right?
they're like in a sheath.
And after you're done with him, I would like you to observe something as well.
Poison you've put on them, little something too strong, maybe.
I don't know. I looted them off of a kill.
I understand now.
This was the one that I dealt with.
I have coin. Don't have much. I don't have much for trade.
There's kind of a moment.
We're with you.
Trade something. You can't just come in here and I'm just gonna do this for free, and I don't really deal in coin, so.
I just hold up a dagger with this sword.
What dagger?
Yeah.
Just a dagger?
Yeah.
A dagger. Oh, Chris.
I mean,
I'm assuming I've had time to attune to my new toy.
You had an hour.
Yeah.
A dagger and a candle.
If I present
And
the astral dagger, can I then summon it? No.
the same thing with the sword.
Um,
Hey, but the candle I'll actually take. I'll identify for a candle.
perfect. Thank
That's-
you.
that's,
Wait, did she just say identify?
Yeah.
I'm identifying.
I have
poison
identify.
earlier.
Poison. A
For a
poison.
Poison.
Oh,
Not a magical item. So yeah,
Gotcha.
at first I was like, wait, hold up.
wait a minute. I do that.
I thought we had already confirmed that it was the same poison.
No. They're different.
Right.
They're two different poisons. That's all we know.
So Harbinger, you're here with us?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey,
quickly go to my notes and find this poison from ages
got a
ago.
question for you. Could you get rid of these wings on my helmet and attach these antlers instead?
What about winged antlers?
Well, cause like the wings go up like this, and I want antlers on there. I feel like it looks look weird. With both.
Looks like a knight. You want to look like a knight of me?
I just want the
You're
antlers.
taking this protector thing seriously, aren't you?
I've just wanted it for a while, and then I remembered what city we were in. I was like, oh man, I have to take care of this. But,
I guess we can find some hide. We can take
It's
the
just-
wings off.
The antlers on top.
Maybe you should
and
meet
then-
the lady that you bought it from.
Aren't you good with smithing?
I can smith off the wings, like if I mess with the enchantment. I have to roll an arcana check for that.
Think you could do it?
I have to look close up. But
Okay.
Sounds
Doesn't have to be
easy
this
enough.
moment, but we can do it later. Maybe a little bit, okay? Torn, but whatever.
you're the knight.
You should take some classes in Druid.
No. That would not go well with what I'm doing. It just
Oh, that's
If I
Shannon in the background. Okay.
if
Maybe
I
the
was
Just
like
life-
another
maybe the life
I
binder-
was like, what the fuck was
Maybe
that?
the life binder can help you out.
if I was another wizard class or a wisdom class, maybe, but like not for my
Is your wisdom shit?
Be a charisma druid.
Is your intelligence shit?
intelligence to
I mean,
13,
you did
wisdom's to
that
12.
already.
It's not shit, but it's not great.
That's pretty
either.
shit.
It's average, okay? It's not negative, is all I'm saying.
That's
But
what they
13
all
Yeah,
say.
great.
above average.
Average is still shit.
Okay. Better
Wait,
than
what's your
negative.
intelligence?
13.
I'm smarter than you
How old are you?
19.
by 1.
How old are
I'm
you?
at 14.
How old are you?
How old
Shut
aren't
up.
you like fucking
Hey,
20?
kid, back off.
Yeah, I'm like 20 something, okay?
Okay.
25.
Yeah,
A few
Will's
moments
picking.
pass. The alchemist kind of takes a swath of the poison, not like just around the edge, not enough to maybe like completely decoat the thing, but kind of glance at goes about using various alchemy equipment to determine the composition, kind of like testing it
Yeah.
against materials, and
He
eventually
accidentally poisons himself.
there's
Uh-oh, he actually did.
kind of glances around. Okay. I don't know how familiar you are with the creatures of WildeMount. Have you ever heard of worms? Not the small ones, but the really big ones specifically.
Oh, the
Chris, have I? Cause would there be stories about them in
Roll an
Narcosia?
intelligence check or a nature check if you have nature.
nature.
Solid.
It's a solid 13.
Actually, it's not too hard for you to have heard the noted. You note that
you know the Queen.
you have heard rumor when you were traveling to WildeMount that the dynasty rides worms into battle. um, giant worms that tunnel underground. This is kind of like when many of the boogeyman stories that are spread about the dynasty, that either they kill children, they abduct people and turn them into drow, they follow a fanatical cult, they ride worms into
they're all
battle.
12 feet tall and crap lightning
Yeah.
bolts and
Basically,
You've
how we
heard
saw the
about that.
Russians.
Yeah.
yes.
Basically, how we saw the Russians until a few minutes ago.
I've heard of them.
Well, they have a very potent venom in them. Let's just say you would not want to touch one of these. Quite dangerous. If you
We
know what
are
I
venom.
All right.
Sir, does this poison work on contact or through
Legendary.
only through puncture? Or...
Yeah, it is an injury poison, as we say. So it kind of like picks on what you see. So if you just a little cut, just enough to like really get it in there, and then it will seep into the bloodstream. It not just by touch. He kind of like puts a hand to the dagger, like presses a finger to the poison area. He's like, not just this. You have to
has-
injure yourself.
It has to get into the bloodstream, is what you're saying.
Essentially, yes. That's
Ah,
and then he very quickly wipes it off. But just don't really like stay in contact with it too long. You could do that, but just not for really long. I mean,
You
Oh,
could
yeah.
die.
Well, that's good. Good to know. I take the two daggers and put them back in their scabbards, put them back in the bag of holding.
Ooh, me next. Me next.
yes.
Chris, I'm assuming the scabbards have like the poison in them, which
No
is how
scabbards.
there's no scabbards. Oh, that is going in the bag of holding then.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, I'm
Sir.
Reach in.
I'm a
accidentally cut
very-
myself on the-
I'm a very novice when it comes to herbs and such, and you know I would really love to learn how to either make potions or learn the herbs to make combinations of
Well,
such.
there are many different disciplines of it. You see, we divide it into three typically.
Okay.
There is alchemy, herbalism, and poison brewing. Much like your friend's little poison there, but it's a
I saw
little
that.
different than
Yeah,
herbal.
it's quite a bit different.
Up to you.
Right.
I am not much of a poison fellow, but
Yeah.
herbalism very popular within here in Charis.
Mhm.
Alchemist is useful, but plant life only really makes the bases and additional additives. Typically, you need something more material for the final steps. The main pieces. Typically, if you've ever seen maybe sometimes the potions that increase your strength have toes in it. If you've ever seen them.
Have I ever seen them?
I don't know. Have you guys ever encountered a potion of like giant strength?
No.
I don't know if we ever have. No.
I've already
Might
seen
have
a
seen
healing
would
potion
know.
them,
We
once.
would
but never
know.
purchased one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've probably seen. Yeah.
Many potions have things floating around in it.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's toenails, sometimes a whole toe, sometimes little bits and eyes of a monster, sometimes bark of trees. Such as
I see.
Chunky.
you're not supposed to drink toe. That's very ill-advised.
You guys cooked that first, right?
Cook it. Don't eat it.
It's like the worm in tequila. It's fine.
So anyway, thank you for this wonderful information, but I do have things for you to look at, if you don't mind.
Of course, you're a novice of the trade. I'd gladly see what
Okay.
you have.
So I'm gonna hand you these, and it's the leaf vine and rot lotus den herbs that I'm not particularly understanding of.
Okay.
If you may tell me what that may be.
Okay. He kind of glances over for a few moments, kind of like a stiff off her lip, or lower lip. Okay. Okay, come in closer a little bit for a moment. when you cut at a root, you don't want to cut it at this angle exactly. I mean, you could if you were in a rush, but were you in a rush?
You know, you got me there. I was very much in a rush. Yes.
It was
And
cut
once
Shows
again, I
in
do
the
tell you, I
way
am a novice. I am
it,
wanting to learn
it
very
shows
much.
in the way you cut it. You have to cut it in a very specific way. You want to minimize the amount of open exposure it has so it dries out less.
Gotcha.
Okay. And over the next however long you endure it, he just rambles about the way you can harvest the herb, to the way you can cut it, to the preservation, all except what they actually are.
You know, I get to the point. What are they?
And you have to, oh yeah, what are they?
Yes.
Oh well, listen, I don't know many of their names. You just have to recognize it by sight mainly. I mean, this very clearly looking towards the root. It's mostly dead by now, but you could grind it up, heat it up first, heat it up, grind it up, and it actually makes for a very good tea. The plant here, going over to the leaves here, can actually be mixed into an herbalism recipe. You'll still need something to finally bind it, and typically you want a type of stronger alcohol to kind of add to the base of the potion, make it a little bit more, but it's all up to you.
All right, that's awesome. All right, that's one down. One more, and this is, I would say, I'm the most curious about this one because it is so unnatural. And I bring out one of the unknown mushrooms that, none of my team wants to tell me.
Yes. Quickly check my notes on this again.
Yeah. I think I have at least a note on it to what it is. No, I don't.
You're in for a very good time if you do use these.
Do tell.
You know how people drink alcohol sometimes just to get drunk?
Of course.
Yeah, it's similar to that.
Really, with these mushrooms.
Of course. I mean, I would do it myself right now and show you what I mean, but I would very likely pass out for the rest of the day.
Oh, well, that wouldn't be good. So.
Oh.
Well, for your generous information of gathering, and I've gathered all the information, basically what they told me, like how to cut things, how to preserve it, and all this other stuff to kind of, or do I
mean,
kind of need a book for that?
It's helpful. It's kind of like just someone that just rambles out a bunch
Just
of facts
nerding
at
out,
you.
essentially,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not sure how much of it applied, but it's knowledge.
Yeah.
And eventually, you depart. Is there anything else anyone wants to do within Charis before finding a place to bed down for the evening?
No.
Did we want to
mine-
have any?
mine's hard.
Did we want to have anything made by the Asari? Ashari?
I am actually going to purchase. Do they sell any bottles around here?
Glass?
Bottles.
Well,
Not much glass,
Are
actually.
you thinking bottles or vials?
like a wine bottle, for example?
No.
Like any of those kind of...
Not really. Most
Sure.
things are actually kept in vases or earthware type of instruments.
Okay. In that case, I will get a vase from what
Okay.
I'm thinking on doing.
Okay, you head over, and there is a halfling that is currently just like lazing about. It's very clearly it's like the end of the day, pretty much, and they
Right.
were just happened to be at their store as you walked up. Probably not like open, but you appeared there, and like,
Right.
oh, you looking to buy something?
Yes, I would like to purchase a vase for or a good vase for possibly like a winery making.
That's good.
Oh, okay. So you want something you could put liquids in, something for drinking?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, I've got some. What do you have for it?
So, total novice. Got to get that out of the way. I have found a mushroom that is good for this sort of thing, and I want to test it. So I'm wanting to find grapes and kind of put together into a vase. And...
That's great if that's what you're using it for.
Yes.
I need something for the vase.
Oh, gotcha. Now. I wasn't asking about you. I was asking what you're gonna give me. You know, do you find yourself a drinker by any sorts?
Not quite, no.
Not quite? Okay. You know what? I will give you
Trying
a
to make it
healing herb.
alcohol?
If you accept healing herbs. Are those good for you?
Sorry, not an alchemist. I make vases for a living.
Thanks for letting me make things.
Urns,
You like candles?
pottery. Did they have a scent to them?
Yes.
Or...
Yes, they do.
Sure,
They have a
I'll
scent.
take a scented candle.
All right.
I'll take 3 for the vase.
Perfect. They are. Well. I guess they call
How
them
many
lemon.
candles do you have?
I mean, I got quite a few. For my
There's a reason why we
meditation
have a
moments.
smell. We light candles everywhere we go.
That's right, dude. I meditate. I need candles. Why
There's
not?
a reason why that one cart went up in flames so fast.
Yeah.
How many candles we had
Just
in that
full of
one cart.
candles.
Just me and my 6,000 candles.
That's right. So I hand out 3 of my candles.
You take them. Okay. Hands you one of the vases. That's very clear. There's artwork around the sides of it. There's a small section of it that might act as like a lid should you need one. As well as you could tell, the inside has been actually like work done, glazed, so it doesn't there's not like a residue that builds up on the inside. It's very like food grade essentially.
Okay. Thank you and have a good one. Now.
Of course. And it lights one of the candles. That's it. And it goes back to their like relaxation.
Now for them grapes. How are we gonna find some grapes around here? Can I look for grapes?
Your brief experience here, as well as just the scenery, tells you that
We don't drink
grapes don't grow.
Oh, is there like a place that sells them then?
Grapes don't grow in dense forests like this.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You are
Coastal.
They require a specific climate.
Right.
you,
Like
you
that.
know
California,
you
so-
know of 2 places grapes grow. You know of Phaolin, or you may or may not be a local celebrity.
Yeah.
You also know that within the Empire, specifically closer to the Menagerie Coast side, there is a collection of wineries out there.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll keep what I got. kind of. And I will take a mushroom. Well, yeah, I'll take one mushroom and then kind of start using the herbalism kit and kind of mash it down. Kind of avoids like having anything kind of.
Roll an herbalism check, and you'll
Yep.
be using wisdom or intelligence, whichever one's higher, as your modifier.
Definitely intelligence. Alright.
That's quickly find names. Specifically, it's Comorta within the Empire.
That's rough.
Not a saving throw either.
Oh, it's not? Oh, my bad.
Do you have proficiency in an herbalism kit?
I'm going to probably say no. Because I don't feel like I would.
What's your intelligence score?
It's 14.
Okay, so it's the same roll, but just
Yeah.
for future, it's not that. Okay, just wanted to check. You go about milling it, and you spend a long time like trying to mill it into a powder. You try to like bake it, get it like dense, and when you mill it and try, it is insanely dry and bland. You put together that you can't just like bake something essentially for like 20 to 30 minutes. It shrivels and depletes all of the nutrient and whatever effect it is. You have to do it over a prolonged period of time. When you take a herb and you want to dry it, it needs to
There's a
can't just be
process.
caught on fire and then just dried out. It needs to like very slowly be have the moisture taken out of it so it can retain the components that it has.
Gosh.
You learned something, but it is unfortunately a fail, and that mushroom is lost.
Good to know. I will do better by tomorrow.
Is there anything else anyone wishes to do before you take a long rest? With that.
Yeah, but
No.
he's not here. He's not here though, so.
Okay. You bed down, presumably using the inn that you are familiar with. The news has already been spread to give you accommodations, so you need not worry about paying. And you bed down in the cozy communal rooms, and you can finally take a long rest.
God dang.
Morning raises
Ow.
within the village of Charis. The faint bioluminescent mosses therein, the faint distant laughter of pixies in the wind begins to die
I
down.
hate the thing. Oh, dies down?
Yeah, because it's now transitioning into morning, into the day proper, because it's now fading.
I hate pixies.
And sunlight bleeds into the room. New morning. A much needed long rest. It's about this time you are reminded of the words spoken to you by one of the core spawn on their way out. That you would be hunted, pursued. In that vein, maybe it's not. You were reminded that you should be on the move to do your best to not make any noticeable impressions outside of places that you can easily get lost in, places like Rexingtrum, where you can disperse into the crowds or such on.
Okay. So I guess I'm assuming we just all meet. We all meet in like the lobby.
Yeah, the lobby. It's like there's like 3 or 4 communal rooms, so and it like tight hallways into the not final, but the a lobby-esque area where it's not really that big. It's like half the size of an office. So cramped, but you do meet here, or you can just meet in someone's room.
Okay. Well, wherever we are. So what are we wanting to what are we wanting to do moving forward? Do we want to report this to the Bright Queen?
Yeah, we need to take the body
Yes.
back to the Bright Queen.
And report her regarding about
What's up and
nothing is left of here that we need to take care of.
everything is technically correct.
No Robin. And make our way to Rothold.
Yes.
We need to get the body still. The body's still at the cellar.
He's still in the cellar.
I'll get it.
I will
we can
go
all
with
go to
him
the
just
cellar.
to make to be safe.
We can all go and just leave
Yeah, let's
from
all
there.
go. And yeah, then we
Yeah.
Saren. So we don't have an incident like we had last time. We should let her know that we're coming.
Yes, please.
Please, thank you.
That was scary.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Saren. Meow.
It's time to put her down.
In these early morning hours, what do you wish to do?
We're gonna go get the body, and then
It's easy enough to get.
I guess I
as
get
you
ready
go
to pack.
retrieve it. You kind of like open the doors of cellars, and this smell
Ooh.
hits you.
Maybe I should have put a candle down there.
Me. Yeah. That's the
he's
smell of death.
decomposing that quickly.
He was old.
He was old and ready to decay.
but-
What do you mean?
Also, I don't think you remember correctly. I had to mend his head back on.
Yeah.
I was there for
Also,
that.
When you die, a lot of your muscles relax, so he probably shot
Mm.
himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
That-
definitely
So-
did.
It fucking reeks.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Yes. Do I need to prep him? Yes, I
I
do.
can make him smell better.
Clean him up
How
good
so?
as well. And I just stop at the door, turn around.
Clorox,
That's it.
Clorox, Clorox. Febreze, Febreze.
Couple
I'm not going down
Station.
anymore.
Well, Anavir's gonna carry him, so
Yeah, good thing I got this wooden nose plug. Boom, boom.
he should smell better.
Who do you notify for your arrival?
I'd say the guards?
I will send a message to Lucy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Lucy. She would be the
If
one.
I was a bard, it'd be a lot more.
Hey, pretty
But
mama,
I'm
there's
not.
something in your ear.
You're not the Hey, I'm not acting like a bard. You can act like a bard. Who says you
Audibly
gotta go?
lowers glasses.
Yeah.
It's like,
Audibly.
so,
Words.
Lucy, I got a dead body for you.
Have I got a surprise for you?
And it's
Man,
not
you must
a
be one lucky
body.
lady.
Want to see
How
me and a
about
dead body
my
listen?
body?
Hello.
All that for hello?
I know.
That's all I said. No.
Just
And then the message
beep.
ends.
Yeah, just like beep.
No,
just
it's just,
cut you out.
Hey.
Lucy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That moment when you feel something should be longer, you're just like,
Lucy. Lucy. What the fuck?
is his message gonna be longer? No, that's it. Oh shit.
Did you get my last message?
Did you get... Did you get my last message? Cast
yeah,
more
so-
sending.
I will send. Hello, Lucy. We finished up. Actually, I'll just say hello. We finished up here in
Cars.
Chars. We would like to set a meeting with the Bright Queen if possible. We have updates on the situation here, along with a form of prisoner
And
that
your
we
message.
are.
2 sendings.
Oh yeah, no, that's it.
Okay.
Along with a form of prisoner.
Form. I think those forms were ended. But what the form?
No, it's unprisoner.
Of a former prisoner.
We said it. That's a one word.
Well, yeah, when you reach the text limit, so you start just backspacing and bumping words together.
Hey,
Yeah, you
So
can
100%
go back.
done that.
So it's 25 words or less, right? But
Yes.
if you say every word as like one long,
No.
continuous, unbroken word, no.
That's not how that
counted as
works.
One word.
The spell takes into account the common lexicon.
Ow. Boo. Boo.
You do
You and your
receive
autocorrect.
a reply. Understood. Teleport into the antechamber in 15 minutes.
I'd feel bad for people that get like
I mean,
sending
it's
from
gonna
a
be
drunk
It's
person.
gonna be an hour
It has to
anyways.
be an hour.
We're gonna have to send another message, aren't I?
Yes.
Um,
Yes, you
Can't,
are.
yeah, you can't reply. So. I mean, or they can just wait.
Fuck, I don't.
What are they gonna do? Leave?
I guess
Maybe they
sending
got trapped with
again.
teleportation.
Wrong antechamber. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Empire antechamber.
Get fucked.
Unfortunately, the fastest we can do is an hour. We'll head out in 2 minutes. See you in exactly an hour and 2 minutes.
Alright.
Bard gets into the third call. So it's a
Okay.
date, right?
We have 2 minutes. Let's cast and get over them.
Yeah.
I like it, Tor.
Man,
You,
there's
me,
damn
you,
forest.
me.
I want sending to work like that. It's just like there's a third wheel, just like
Oh,
call
so-
goes into the
No,
sending.
do remember, no matter what, we need to come back to get the ship. So
Ship?
Oh. No, we folded that back
Forgot,
together.
Here.
forgot about ship.
The ship went back to
the castle.
yeah,
it did.
Really?
Yeah, no,
because we got dropped off outside.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yes. So we have to teleport back to the castle, but I can
Yes.
do that.
That's fine.
Oh, I actually need some shit.
Wait, was it the castle or did we send it back
We
to?
sent it back to our fort.
Okay.
Throwing it back.
Yeah, the oath of throwing it back. Alright, look at Torn. You want to do it or me?
Whichever one.
Alright.
Fuck it.
You said the chamber, right? Alright,
The
Shadow
The
Walker.
antechamber.
Shut up.
And then
You heard antechamber.
smoke and shadows whisked away.
Well, looks like I got an hour.
Oh,
Pull-
Chicago.
Past Chicago and over the gnarled and twisted wasteland that the Shadowfell representation of the Jorhassian wasteland is. This utterly oppressing environment. Eventually, over the hour, you are thrusted towards a familiar visage. When you approach where Rakona should be, it is a dark, huge citadel in the Shadowfell, and you are thrust into this location, past the walls, blurred vision until it is wreathed in shadows, and then the chamber.
The antechamber.
Body, by the way, in my bag of holding.
I thought I was carrying him.
If you can't, it's a person thing. You can't.
It's dead.
have that
It's
kind of-
dead.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
no,
right?
it is an object. Yeah.
Object.
It's a
We've
two
discussed
person.
this with mending.
as you all appear in the dimly lit antechamber.
Okay. We must look badass coming in, honestly. Like
With
these
this
fucking
body in my
shadows
arms.
Yeah.
Shadows and fire, yeah.
and just appear.
Thorns is like fire and brimstone, but yeah.
Oh, they're different.
Mine's a
Oh.
fart.
Yeah, they're both
Mhm.
different.
Why would they
Yeah.
be the same? You
I don't
follow
know.
yourself. He
Warlock.
follows.
You saying
Something.
all warlocks
Are you
the same?
saying
I
your
don't know at this
mending,
point what he
your
fo-
message and Anavir's message look the same? I don't know.
Well,
No, my magic is purple. He's
I don't
the
know.
sky blue.
I guess mine is
And
sky blue.
the
More of a
two
red, I feel.
doors
Mine?
leading into
Oh.
the main chamber open. You see the familiar minotaur that you are. Sunbreaker opens the gate of leading you into the main um, throne room.
Hi, sir.
Hey, Sunbreaker.
Good day to you.
Sparks waving. Hey, Sunbreaker.
Running into you here.
Yeah.
Desmond beckons you into the chamber. You can see, similarly, during your audiences, sparsely populated, they don't call upon the rest of the leading dens. Besides Sunbreaker, there is the Dusk Captain, Lucy, and Essek, the Shadow Hand here.
Sexy Isaac.
Bright Queen sits at her throne, the chamber dimly lit in that efflorescent starlight appearance. She's crosses fingers together, and you can see her staff is affixed beside her. Lifts her head. You brought tidings some days ago. That's interesting. So tell me, how has things transpired within Charis?
In a word, well,
That is good.
we have Anavir. Right?
Who was the one that dabbled in the art of dunamancy?
Oh,
It's not me, right, guys? It's not me.
The one that brought the one you took the beacon from within Charis.
oh, him. It'd be Elder Twine,
Elder Twine.
The body I'm holding right now.
and that's what's left of him.
Ah,
As I nod my
dead.
head towards the
I feel like
Fabric.
more information
Yeah.
should probably.
Be
makeshift
kept
body
to
bag.
ourselves.
I feel like the information should probably be informed more at an even pace instead of surprises.
So
as
it all
has
started
been.
back like 10 years ago. I was in my temple doing
Oh
my
shit!
job.
Here we
No.
go.
So
Got the story arc.
He doesn't actually do that, I hope. Please God.
what can I say?
I
I'm
was
very
but a
charismatic.
wee lad.
As we mentioned before, how we found this beacon within Elder Twine's cellar. We found more information regarding him, helping Robin Ball, as well as possessing this beacon. It is also under
quick note. The body need it be in the chamber.
The
Is there
body?
Is there something on the body that needs investigating?
No. The body was killed a little less than a day ago. We were unsure if there was something you'd wish to do with it, information you'd wish to gather from it, as it hasn't had Speak with Dad cast yet on it,
kind of like a cat, you know?
or Raise Dad cast either.
Gesture the hand over towards Shadowhand Essek before he gives a nod to the Bright Queen before kind of moving over. You can see he drifts down the stairs. I will take care of the body and take it to the necessary components for interrogation.
Wonderful.
Lestat going to cast telekinesis to take
I
the
would.
body offhand.
Does he start walking?
Cast telekinesis on the body to keep it aloft, or
Oh, so much
Go.
weight off my shoulders.
That is
drifting
burning so many
out
new
of the
spells
chamber.
to stay
That old
floating.
man was heavy, guys.
A +5.
Once he's taken the body,
That's the joke.
Football.
anyways, to inform on the situation that more occurred, we went into the heart of the forest, went into the Fey realm, and found the original holders of the. So it's the
Lotus Den.
Thank you, Lotus Den. A group of Fey beings. We had found what they wanted, what was causing the issue, dispatched it, as well as found a lot of information on Robin Ball, more leading to the understanding that she is indeed trying to open a connection between our plane and another.
The Abyss.
The Abyss, more than likely. We did dispatch of it, and we do believe that that section is safer now. We still do have the final area to search and learn more about, but we did want to inform you about what we had and where we found and where we are currently.
Pavan's plans. Interesting. She's formed quite the cabal, as it would seem.
Shut up.
I would agree.
A,
Button on the side, dude.
groups of
Different shit.
groups of
Happy marriage. Happy wife.
Lost.
Happy life.
lost angels seeking justice, utterly alien creatures of malice. And a cult. Because there's always a cult.
Always.
There's always a cult. I would agree. It is a very interesting plan, if you can call it that, that she has.
We've
It doesn't.
uncovered attempts to sabotage Asarius to keep the dynasty busy, and you have seemed to have uncovered a greater plan for movement of her allies. Your final objective takes you to Rothold. Now, kind of like takes a moment to compose herself. Rothold is outside of her jurisdiction. Much of the Blighted Shore is. You will find savory characters within the city walls. I believe there's whispers of the Myriad and the Revelry making waves within the area. But of course, our interest is not just in them. Certain collection of mages particularly enjoy studying the Blight Shores, uncovering magical artifacts that lie close to the dynasty. They don't openly show themselves, but it would be naive of us not to know that we've seen more than a dozen of the Assembly's agents moving throughout Rothold in the similar area. So clearly anyone can pass away in that city without being noticed. If you want to be discreet, it would be advised. There's more than a few parties out there that might not take kindly to your investigation. And as for what you will be investigating, We have reason to believe that a unknown individual has very recently made their way throughout Rothold, caused up quite the stir within the three factions there in their attempt to find a sage with knowledge. Our efforts to find them have also come in vain. And it seems if the sage is still alive, then the Myriad Revelry and the Cerberus Assembly also can't find the sage within Rothold. But I'm sure that won't be an issue for you all to succeed where they have failed.
We're the Frigid Six.
We do seem to be able to find things that people have lost and forgotten.
I mean, we even found certain things that nobody can ever seem to find so far.
I have reason to believe you should be successful in this, or else I wouldn't have even assigned it to you to begin with.
Yes. We do thank you for the trust given to us.
We near the end of this investigation. We still not know where Robin plans to go, where she intends to take these forces. We assume the abyss, but we know not where. What does this mean for the dynasty, for the people here? Hopefully the sage has answers.
Yes.
Now, before you go, Sunbreaker Olamon has some gifts for you.
Oh.
You've not been able to pick them up since our last parley.
Oh, very true.
Just as a hand over now, and the Minotaur in silver armor approaches over. I'll take it from here. Bridget
Hi again.
6. Set to the antechamber and the greater hall. Business
to see
here
you
is done.
Alright. Make my way out.
Making my way to the chamber.
I will
Wait down.
bow to the queen and give an additional bow to Lucy and walk out.
Dude, just ask her to
And
get
anyone
already.
else as well. I'll be like, bow.
You bow to me too?
There's
Oh,
the
okay.
Dusk
Just-
Captain.
Kneel!
I will bow to them as well. And then Reinhardt, I'm assuming, says that, and I go, no.
You said anyone, so
No.
That's right. Kneel to me.
Not you.
I think someone wrote it down on record that you said anyone.
No.
No, I got it.
No,
As
no,
you
I wrote it
make
down.
your way,
We are walking. Yeah, we are walking, and I'm hoping I hear at least chuckle or giggle as I walk away from hopefully one of them.
Did I make
No.
the Bright Queen laugh?
there's a smile from Lucy, but the Bright Queen and a
Very
Dusk
stern.
Captain, stern
They don't
expression.
break.
They're probably thinking,
So close.
these
So
two
close.
idiots are far too confident.
Dude, she is 100% like, how do we spend so much money on our military intelligence service and they can't find a fucking old man? And these morons discovered a plot, have helped us multiple
you gotta remember,
times.
the first time we went into the chamber and Reinhardt sat on there, we got an actual smile from her.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
You know, Sarah, I could tell you what. We got God on our side.
Five
Leads
morons
you.
and their cats are more effective
Imagine-
than our entire military intelligence.
Sunbreaker
told her to smile
leads
more.
you from the antechamber down the pristine, huge halls of the Lucid Bastion and off towards a small side chamber, opening the door and gesturing you all in. The first thing you hear, Saren, the of an animal pacing in the chamber. And as your eyes kind of snap to its attention as you come in, you see a long feline creature, black fur, large protruding tusks from its mouth, and two massive eyes, a moorbounder with
Oh.
saddle affixed to it.
Oh.
What the hell is a
This is foreign. I remember
I'm
this.
more
Yeah,
bounder.
think
Moorbounder?
He-Man's battle cap.
He has a fucking mount now. Because that's what he asked for.
Dude, I gotta look it
Wait,
up. I'm
don't we get
curious.
I'm
Are you
gonna,
going?
as I see that and look, I then lean to Torin. Alright.
Don't take this from me.
No. It's an adorable animal. I'm partial to the big eyes. How are we
I don't believe
teleporting with that?
We can.
Easily.
Let's,
I'm gonna
Pretty
this
sure
real
it's-
quick. Yeah.
The willing creature.
How many people can we teleport
hold
with,
on,
guys?
let me check.
You and all creatures in range.
Oh, how many
okay.
creatures can fit in range?
All creatures
Uh,
in range, so
What's
5
the
foot,
range?
so that's a total of 8 creatures around me.
Wow.
Considering
If
you
everything's
occupy a
good.
5-foot
if
space.
I'm mounted on it, that counts.
Yeah, 8 people.
And
Yeah,
then
that's
there's-
right.
you have an-
Yeah.
And then we
Okay.
got Harbinger, you
8
know, with all
creatures
kinds
around
of.
me. So total
Chris?
of 9.
Speaking to that, I do have.
I mean, I feel like I would have heard tales of it, or at least heard about it. Torin, you might want to look into some. I don't know. Maybe there's some bag of animal holding you could get.
Yeah, like Reinhardt. Or, yeah, well,
You
yes.
just take it out of your horse pocket.
As Sunbreaker. Excitement. I know. There's protocol. I'm sorry.
Animals, sorry.
Leaves the door open, but it clears his throat. Sorry. Glasses on.
Tiny ass glasses.
Oh, I fucking love his glasses. And I lean to Torin again. What you big eyes, adorable.
It is the
That was very
honor
much mis-
of the Kryn dynasty, and those of us privileged enough to know you, the Frigid Six, we bestow upon you these rewards, and okay. Anyways, looking at the night falling.
Why is he looking like the guy from Zootopia right now?
Be 100% right.
A hefty manual. Sarah, you requested a manual of wisdom.
So
My honor to
boring.
bestow it to you. I am also obligated to please ask that you return it when you are done.
Can I read it after you're done? I'm sure it'll be very helpful for me. Damn
that
it.
works.
I believe in him. You can read
wait
it
100.
in 10,000 years when it resets.
1,000.
I know exactly how much.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
saying 10,000.
Torn,
100.
you have already become acquainted with it, but this Moorbounder has been raised to be amongst some of the most elite cavalry we afford. We bestow upon you this Moorbounder.
Thank you.
Reinhardt reaches over into his pouch and grabs an insignia. Bestow upon you the seal of diplomatic immunity. Keep it close.
Thank you.
Savari,
Yes.
you made an interesting request. Denzoled has seen to the shipment of large-scale guns to your fort, with instructions to affix them to an airship.
Well, thank you.
The knowledge of this has gone lost on me, but I believe you have allies at your keep that might be able to tell you more about the status of this.
I'm sure. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure they will. Oh,
Snyder,
thank you.
Anavir. And he kind of gestures over towards two independent coffers that sit atop a table. You have each requested funds for your ventures. Take this gift from the dynasty.
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gives a bow of his head. Thank you. Off the record, it does mean a great deal that you have found yet another beacon and returned it to us. You have
That
my
we can
thanks. I can't.
continue our reputation.
Are working really quite nice.
And next time there's like a really big fight and you have time to like come back, just like ask
To let you
if,
know.
2 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
bring me
Unbreaker,
along.
if we can, we would love to bring
You
to
just get into
combat.
really big fights is all, and it's been kind of boring on this.
Honestly, you
You're
missed the
welcome to
last
us.
one. We would have loved you. We
Frigid
fought-
7? Frigid 7?
I would have
Abyssal-
wanted.
We fought abyssal insectoid mages in the Feywild.
Badass.
I mean, it's we met ancient Fey beings. Not Fabians, Fey beings.
I understood. Yes.
I said that more for my own sake. It's quite.
Oh.
We
Life
fought
of
some.
adventure.
We fought some invisible spiders.
Yeah, those were kind of messed up.
Oh, I forgot about
Invisible
those.
spiders is more your thing, but
We don't mess with those.
My brain kind of twitches for a moment at the thought of a giant minotaur, terrified of spiders.
Really, Nathan? You're like 6'4".
Yeah, I'm not a minotaur.
Whatever. Don't be afraid of spiders.
Okay, those are much smaller spiders that we have.
wasn't always a minotaur. Now,
That's
What?
a good point. That is a good point. He wasn't always a minotaur.
That's so weird to think about.
I know. Well, I want to know what happens. This is a total aside. But what happens if you're a guy, your first life, and a girl, your second life?
You're a girl.
Your
I
guy,
don't
your
know what to tell you,
first
man.
life, a girl, your second
That'd be
life.
pretty weird.
simple.
Would it?
You would
Why?
have died like an 80 to 90-year-old being and come back, and the next time you start to remember, you'd be a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, but it's normal. It's just how it happens. It's not like it's all of a sudden like you're like, oh hey look, I'm young again. No, you're like you're gonna be young again because obviously you have a connection with that item.
Yeah, but still.
I mean,
It's not like it's a shock.
it's gotta be weird.
You know,
Okay,
it'd be
But,
like a
moving
helicopter.
on.
out his head.
Mom.
Next time.
Next time we can, we would
Maybe
love
we'll just
to
bring
have
the
it.
fight to you.
And
There's an
Off
idea.
the record, go for it. On the record, I can't tell you to bring enemy forces to
That's
Lucy
fine.
Bastion.
That's
I
okay.
am this. Yes.
it's a terrible
Terrible idea, but for my own
idea.
self-
Terrible
Selfishness?
idea. I
You
would
don't.
do that.
Wow, my brain.
Where do you
100%.
reside most?
Oh my
As I look at
God.
Saren, 9 beings.
We could call him.
Residing around here, if need be.
Got it.
Asarius half the time, and as well as on the march, but not so much on the march anymore since the war's end.
We'll send you a message.
Or end.
9 beings.
Man,
All I ask, and I lean into him a little bit. Lean in. See if we can bring Lucy next time for some combat, you know? And I just kind of.
Like a hand on your like
That's my
shoulder.
daughter.
ginormous head on your shoulder.
I will bring as many as I can. But mainly just me and Lucy. I really don't want to split the glory amongst too many other people.
That'd be hilarious.
I look him in the eyes and I'm looking for any understanding of what I meant. And I'm assuming
Probably
I'm not
not.
getting any.
Yeah, right over his head.
Right over his head. He has no
And
idea.
I go,
Horny head.
all I ask. Tap. Tap. Lean back. I don't want to hear it, Torn. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Enjoy your time in Rock.
I didn't say anything.
You thought it? I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
I'm
it.
definitely
I never
Um,
liked my trips there. Shadowy figures, so much going on behind us. It's too much,
Sounds like my place.
maybe. And he just, with that, leaves. Kind of has to move under the doorway. You can hear the armor.
He
and
does
see
the
who's away.
sideways shuffle out the door.
He can't fit.
You are left in the chamber.
Well, Chris, could we get the map?
We don't have the airship here.
Actually,
No, we don't.
Chris,
No, but we're gonna need to teleport to the home,
Like
or
a
I
torrent.
can take us. I can
We
either
can-
one of us can take.
Or
I can
or-
take us too.
Reinhardt,
That's right. That's right.
I can
forgot.
instantly take us.
you also need to return the book. But we do need to take a quick side trip to Gordan.
Why?
Well, we can go to Gordan and go right back to the keep.
Why though? Why
I
do you
need
wish to
something
go
to
to?
be finished up. That's been rather sitting around, and
With
this last couple
who?
fights have been a
You're
little
probably
bit
the steam casters.
the steam cast.
The only people that take a fucking millennia to build shit.
And I now have funds to do it. I think this is
I mean,
banged out. Also,
hour
if we
and
go to
10 minutes?
Gordan one time, I can just scribe down the teleportation circle that was there, so I don't want to bug you anymore about it.
Damn, I wish Torn cast at the Shadow Walk. I'd totally take you. But I can't, so that's not my problem.
In the meantime, you have to that book.
The book? I get the book back.
Looking at Saren.
Wait, are we talking about the book from the thing?
I just got it, Snyder.
Yeah. Yes.
How do I give the book back?
I said you have
I
to.
have to read it.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but they're pretty
Also, I have a tailor to go see.
open-ended about
Start running off. Also, we haven't slept yet, have we?
We take a long
Yeah,
rest.
we just
We
just
took a
woke
long
up.
rest before we came
literally
here.
just woke
We've
up.
been up for
He
about an
wasn't-
hour and 20 minutes.
He wasn't there for that. He got here as soon as.
Oh,
like,
you're right.
Oh.
You're right. You're
Um,
right. Yeah,
so-
we've been up for like an hour and 20 minutes.
With that, I pull out a sending stone and I message Racina.
Right.
Chris, just to double check, because I keep forgetting. With the sending stones, do you need to speak or
The sending
whisper?
stones,
They cast sending.
they cast sending, so you can just hold it and it will cast
Okay.
sending. You don't need to speak into it. That's just like a thematic.
I'm-
Yeah.
Over.
Chris,
Oh.
I'm gonna take some little lucidity with the fact of my perception, and I'm gonna lean to Reinhardt and go like, messaging a certain someone that's your returning back.
As everybody is here, what makes us say that? In a sarcastic tone.
I whispered.
I didn't.
Oh,
Sending?
I still look at him though, like not even using the stone yet, just like waiting for a response of, everyone's here. Who the fuck else am I gonna contact?
you know, a certain someone who I know you gave things to. I feel you got a good shot, buddy. Tap tap.
What do you know that I gave?
Exactly. And I just walk back.
Oh, you gave it to Marion, remember? So
Guidance
kinda know.
on the game.
I left it on the bed, and the food he wasn't there for. So I'm just like, the fuck does he know I gave?
I hear people walking. I get to make bullshit claims like this with a 28 in perception.
You can
and
hear
alert and
the weight
observant.
of what's being carried, identify what's being carried.
I can hear you walking into certain places.
The message, the sending.
Send your goddamn message. Or else it's going to be a really weird, awkward message.
It's 25 words, right?
25
For
words
these,
exactly.
it can be these ones can be extended with the
Because you have
stones.
unlimited casting.
Yeah, you have unlimited casts.
Got it.
She just gets part of an argument.
Yeah, I'll have an argument with fucking Saren. Sorry about that. Since we've been working with the Kryn, I was able to acquire a certain artifact that's able for you to freely travel amongst the Kryn without being scrutinized for your past. I'll be sure to leave it at the keep if you're not there. However, I'm more than happy to give it to you. I hope you find good use with this item.
You reply back a few months later.
Perception, I have to hear your thoughts.
We'll meet at the keep, and you can hand it off to me then.
You need high enough perception
Can't
to
wait
hear
to see
your
it.
thoughts.
Sends over to Shannon.
Of course.
I
To be
love
fair,
if
I haven't
Shannon's
seen
head
her in
just
how long?
popped up in the back. I'd love
Every
it if
time we went
Shannon
to the
just
keep, she
angrily
wasn't
popped
there.
up in the back like, who you can't wait to see.
And then like you guys have all made it so weird with her that it's like I gave her food and I gave her a sending stone. And it was like,
Damn, you gave her a rock already. Wow.
wow.
Jesus. Faster than you did Shannon. Ooh. Ah! Oh! That was a good one. Come on, Will. That was a good one.
So
Come on,
glad I
laugh
have
at the joke.
headphones on.
Laugh at the joke.
Don't worry, I'll tell her later
Huh?
on. We have conversations.
Because I gave a sending stone to the other character that we mentioned prior, and Nathan's like, "Oh wow, you gave her a rock faster than you gave Shannon a rock," and I was like, "Fuck."
Amanda will get you yours soon, you little bitch.
Yeah, get fucked.
Anyway, back to that's the end of the message.
Is there anything anyone else wishes to do while Snyder runs off into the greater
You know what?
firmament area?
I'm gonna cast sending to Ingrid.
Okay.
I'm gonna check
Oh,
up on her.
As you start to do the sending message symbols, I go, Ingrid.
Well,
Who else the fuck is he gonna talk to?
I wonder.
I know.
My mom?
His mother?
I will.
Fair, fair. I'll give you that.
I like that you're having
Yes.
the debate. I'll call my mom soon. God damn it.
Every shut up! I will call her later.
Last time you talked to your
I
mom.
wonder why Saren hasn't messaged his mom. Cut back to his dad. And just doing the finances. Did you do the chores yet? Yes.
Such a beat up father.
Don't you have that dress to give her?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm wanting to visit her whenever I can.
Muscle.
Muscle dress.
Right.
That's right.
That's what he has it written down as.
Dude, it's dope. Anyway. Hey Ingrid, how's it going? It's been a hot minute. Yeah, how are you? I'm doing great. You know, it's been I just want to know when you're free. Are you doing anything?
Shut up.
What are you wearing?
An answer comes back.
Where?
They're gotten used to more of this exchange back and forth, but there's still aspects of sending she doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've been busy investigating leads. I'm trying to help Mordecai with some issues that have been cropping up as of late. I don't know how much more I can say. Magic, it's
Wait.
Some performance issues?
Maybe. Well, if it's not too personal, like I cast another setting. If it's not too personal, could either I or the group of us help out, whatever this may be, or you think it's good to what's going on?
response comes back. Did you not hear the last? I guess. I don't know how much I can say via magic. There are individuals that, the individuals we go against are keen in magic comprehension and understanding. I'm trying to be discreet. Is what I'm saying.
So there's a wire
can-
tap.
Try.
All right, I'm gonna tell her so she can pick her words carefully. Each sending that I do is 25 words. After the 25 words, poof, nothing else.
Another reply. 25 words? Wish that at the beginning. Okay. Magic people after Mordecai. Dangerous. Might be listening to magic. Not sure. How do I say that? Secret.
God damn it! I should have said. It's just me and her hearing. I gotta.
Do I notice Mike? Here, hold on, wait. Let me make a roll for this.
Like multiple casts of sending because he's
Oh,
not
I've
using
seen
his
the
phone.
multiple casts. That's a 16 in insight. Am I seeing frustration on his face?
Is he?
Well, I'm not really frustrated. I'm just amused and just like, shit. So can she?
That's a 23 insight. Do I notice?
Do I notice something completely different of Anavir's breathing?
Like,
Except for the last
Is
sending,
there
you probably
steam
didn't
coming
send.
out of his ears?
Dumb bitch.
What are you doing?
You send a fourth sending, or
You know, I don't know if I can cast a force sending.
You can upcast.
you can upcast. Yeah,
Oh, I
yes,
can.
do it. 6th level.
upcast sending.
6th level.
It doesn't give you any bonuses, but you can expend a higher level spell slot just to cast.
I.
It
You
should
know
be
what?
like
I
an
will.
Extra 5 words, honestly. Like
It
per
should,
level.
you think, but
That'd be reasonable for a message. Or
honestly.
something. Like,
It would be more
All right, I'll cast a 4th one.
do mine.
All right.
Yeah, that's what we did with Astral.
So I will tell her that 25 words. There's no distance restraint, and it's just you and me talking. No one else. Got that?
Do you think that? Do you know that?
ended at got.
Bond. Got that. Not sure who might still be listening. Magic's weird. There's a pause. Oh, wait. Assembly. And she's gonna stop there.
Oh.
Oh!
Man, I just unlocked a thing, I guess.
Oh.
You already got the last message. Do you want to tell us? Part of this group.
Do you really want to burn another spell slot?
Well,
Yes,
What
no-
else are we doing today?
Bet Saren's already fucking.
well, she said, assembly, right?
Mordecai knows what that means.
Mordecai does know what that means, but do I know what that means?
Yes.
Mordecai
It's
has mentioned
assembly.
it very, very vaguely.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good point, though. Did he pay attention?
That's what I'm saying. He did mention it vaguely, but that's just your part of your character remembering it. So it's like,
Right.
Character obviously did. The player did not.
I can only help so much, man.
Wisdom or intelligence check, Andrew.
Okay.
I can only help so much. All right, I gave more than I should.
I'm hoping that I remember right.
Wisdom or intelligence, if the character remembered, whichever one's higher.
On a separate note, that's fucking cool.
Yes, let's go.
Can you bring up my veggies?
Assembly refers to Cerberus assembly.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
You connect these dots based off her evasiveness in speaking to magic, and to your brief recollection when dealing with Cerberus assembly issues back when you were traveling Mordecai, and a brief moment where Mordecai did show that he had scarring along his forearms.
Mhm.
And
Similar
it-
to.
a pattern that you have noticed copied with other Volstruckers that you have met, largely you've noticed in Racina has similar pattern of scarring, as well as your
hers work.
favorite hers were like authentic, real. Well, yeah, no, hers weren't scarring. It was the real shit.
Yeah, they were.
She a
Yeah.
bad girl.
It was a successful thing.
She a bad girl. What the
And
Will
the
does have a type.
and the unsuccessful ones from your former
You
adversary,
also bring me one of my beers.
whose name is fucking lost in the annals of time right now.
Is it- It's not Trent, is it?
No,
No.
not
Oh my
Trent
God,
doesn't
could-
have it.
Yeah.
No, the other one, the one who ended up getting tortured and mutilated, who's still alive somewhere, sadly.
Shit, where's my notes?
Thalen
Oh,
Myers.
yeah.
That's him.
That's the schmuck.
He had unsuccessful ones, Mordecai unsuccessful ones, and
Where's all
Rosina
that?
had successful ones.
Which is why they were so upset. We turned.
Mordecai also escaped before further testing was done.
Yeah.
Stuff that you picked up. Mordecai did mention these, and with your 18, you do remember this because that's high for a base level check.
Yeah.
So you can actually talk about Cerberus Assembly, which makes sense why she's being very evasive when speaking.
Because she
VMAX.
doesn't know if I know from
Well, she also doesn't know if the Cerberus Assembly is
listening.
able, how she's, like,
Right.
let's be real, guys. This is Ingrid. She's saying what she's messaging you.
Yeah.
Because little spirit. Because some people didn't explain to her, you don't need to say things, you just need to think things.
Right.
Which is what you should have relied to her. Relayed to
Yes. You didn't relay a lot of how the spell works.
Here's
25
Well,
words.
Well, the thing
All we
is
need to
that
think,
I
not
would have
say.
thought she would have known, but I was
You
wrong.
put parts of it together,
Right.
but it's not just like
She's
the
a
speaking it. It's also just
Barbarian monster killer.
could the Cerberus Assembly listen in?
Right.
Viking, this is something you might not know.
For someone who's not a magic caster, she's taking pretty good measurements on to make sure she's not
Yeah.
fucking up.
Wife
Yeah.
material.
Take that into account. Like,
Which is why you're hearing her
What we're talking
whisper.
here,
she's pretty
is
smart about
the
it.
way that spell works is it goes through a conduit through the ash. And that conduit can actually be tapped.
Oh.
Because I'll say that right now.
Just cast it. I was like, actually, they could hear us. No, we're not clear. We're not clear.
Compromise.
Compromise.
Eagle down.
Menacingly.
Rabbit leaps at dawn! The rabbit leaps at dawn!
Caw.
Caw, caw.
What's that, Mordecai?
Flying south.
The rain is wet in France. The rain is wet in France.
That's what you gather.
Okay. So, I guess I asked the groups like, so, do we have anything, anything we have to do hastily? Because I may have something that we want to check out.
Currently, as far as I know,
You're currently
Rotten
heading to
Gordon.
Hold.
back to the keep, Rothold.
Hmm.
Kind of our three.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm real quick, just to tell what Parvin is doing right now. He's actually headed to that fucking tailor that
Oh no, he just left. We have no idea we don't know what he did. You just left.
He did mention a tailor as he was running off.
True.
Oh, maybe you.
All of
ripped
our
his
knowledge.
pants.
Well,
Taylor. Gah, douche.
I informed you guys what went down with the call with Ingrid, or the sending with
Well,
Ingrid.
I
And-
don't think. Well, they were going to a different continent,
Yeah. That is true.
Wait, were they going to
and
the
we
Shattered Peak or
have
not?
something more pressing currently. I'd
Uh,
say
Who's Ingrid?
we need to deal with. Don't worry. I'd say we need to deal with Rottenhold and Robinball first. Then we can go and assist them. It'll
I
be
miss
good to see
Ingrid.
some old friends.
Yeah, we need to finish up what's going on here. There's been talk with Torn and I going to the wrong one. Dark Toe Island, which is
Mhm.
on the way if we decide to go to Tal'Dorei.
Yeah.
We have some underlying issue there, him and I. Gordon's also on the way, essentially, if we were to make our way
Yeah, I mean,
from east to west. But
yeah, going to Gordon, it's very easy for us to
teleport
for any of us.
to the
I mean,
hold
we have-
of my family's hold.
Yeah. Do you
I'd
actually have
say-
connection to your temple? Can you just
Me,
He
I can
warded his
connect
own
to my temple in the at our keep. I can only teleport to one. I can only
Okay.
think of my message as it going home.
got it?
I get to
Alright.
pick where my home is.
Okay.
The
okay.
temple I've created is my home. And
I was just
therefore,
curious if you
yeah,
had access to your main temple is all.
very much understandable. Unfortunately, that's not quite how it works. I have to set up my spell there, and then when I come back, I am
Got it.
able to.
Makes sense.
So it's only one location at a time.
It's one way.
And you
It's
guys
one
travel-
way. It's one location. So I mean, yeah, it's a get out of jail card, and that's all it is. Nothing.
Understandable. It's
Actually,
been
I-
using ours.
Teleportation circle.
I will cast one more sending to assure her. Understood. We may.
Understood is one word.
Fuck, I wasn't counting. Hold on.
Understood your message. We might make it there in time, but we also have some things to finish here. But I will let you know.
That's it. That's 25.
Yeah.
That kind of works.
The message is received, but she opts not to reply.
Yeah. She's probably doing something.
So, is Sam gonna play as Ingrid, or?
We'll see. I mean, she might be
Alright, just
interested.
curious.
DM's like,
We-
ooh.
We could have a couples one. Anyway,
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I would love to see Amanda do D&D. It would honestly be enjoyable, but hilarious at the same time. Shannon
Oh.
could be Racina. Shannon's easily could be an asshole to all of us.
mainly me.
Practicing for years.
Mainly me.
She already has the tattoos on the arms, so it's
Oh
perfect.
my god, she's perfect.
Perfect. That's what I was
She's
telling
perfect.
She's perfect, and she is
We
killing
already
you with
knew.
those eyes.
What we mentioned about you. Shut up, Josh.
Just say we've got the perfect character for her.
Oh, she knows. I've told her a little bit about Racina.
Yeah, she'd be perfect for Racina.
That said, though, as you debate further action with this information you've gained about Ingrid and Mordecai, a quest as well as your final duty to the dynasty. As a quick note, the chests that Anavir and Harbinger were gifted, that you did bolt out before you grabbed, but they
Right.
are filled, stacked very nicely in a stacked filled of platinum. 1,000 pieces of platinum.
Tasty.
That's so much. Can you guys carry all that?
Yes.
He can.
No.
Anavir might.
Yes.
Yeah, he absolutely. He has like
You can
300
request
pounds.
money, yeah.
He has a +5. No, he has a +5 to his strength to be able to carry all that weight of platinum. I'm just curious if he can carry all that weight.
He can.
I can.
He absolutely can.
That said, though,
It's me is in question.
that's where we'll end it tonight.
Hell yeah. Man, some good cliffhangers. I'm so glad I checked it out. Ingrid, what are you doing, my girl?
Yes, I can.
I'm just waiting for her
Oh,
to go.
um,
Like,
Plus
sorry,
three,
I'm
I
like
can.
So, Harbinger,
Wait for it
before
all to
you
go
left,
wrong.
weapons and feathers.
before you left, I was gonna ask you more about having the horns installed in my helm.
Oh, we were probably doing it while we were waiting.
That was the night prior
Yeah, before you slept.
for today.
Yeah,
Um,
we probably did it while we were waiting. Yeah.
You want to wait till next session to take care of that, or you want to have them do a couple of roll? Up to you. Essentially, I wanted the. Okay.
Okay.
What you're asking for is easy,
Yeah.
and he doesn't need to roll for it. It's the enchantment is very simple at the end of the day, so he can easily without a roll, take a night to modify the helmet the way you
Okay.
want.
Got it.
Just thought of
Would
something.
I be able to
I yell back. I'll get some glue as I go.
glue?
What's glue?
Yeah, never mind.
I
Yeah,
hide
glue
glue
exists.
exists. Hide glue.
That's fine though. So I have antlers now on top of
Glue's
my helm.
A little bit of glue just dripping.
Maple wiggle.
It kind of goes with my being protector of the forest as well, being heavy forester, but yeah, antlers.
I can,
Nice to say
I can speak
Twin
to the
antlers on a
trees.
dark helm. Hope everyone had fun.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
That was good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
And we got another interesting quest to do after everything.
Rothold.
Just
Then our
sounds rotten.
contract with the queen is done, essentially.
Yeah.
Wait, do we get another
think you
boon
just
from
have-
completing the third round?
You do.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, so do we want to think about what we want to get
Yes.
from that?
Keep in mind on what
Okay.
you want has not been requested yet.
Okay.
Shit ton of
Damn,
stuff.
I want something totally different than just money though.
Actually,
totally. Next
so
I
time.
have no
I-
fucking
I
idea.
was-
I have no idea what I want
Read
either.
books on potions. Books on potion making.
I don't know what Savari would request.
We'll see.
I'm just
Sorry, last
putting this
few
here
requests
as
have
a
been
sort of-
very generous towards your company.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, I'm gonna head out. So have a good one.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Chris.
Later, Chris.
And for those that are
goodbye.
watching, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.
Swift life, Giles.
We ain't gonna talk about that.